Okay, so where have we left off in this game, guys? Just getting started here. We are near the end. We're trying to get into the secret catacombs below the castle. To do so, we have to get in this cage and solve a puzzle. It drops us into the water, and we have a limited amount of time to do so. We kind of tested it out last stream, just as we were wrapping things up. So I think I know how to solve it. I'm just going to need your guys' help. So we have to basically do matching different images, right? So if I look at these symbols over here, he's going to give me two matching symbols.
Here's an illustration of a house and a jar.
So if somebody could kind of just type these out in chat, house and jar. Because I'll need to look at this later.
Here's a pitchfork and a flower.
Pitchfork, flower.
There's a bird and a head chiseled in here.
Bird and head. This just sounds weird.
There's a fish and a hand on this column.
Fish and hand. And there's only 4 columns, but there's 2 on the floor. I'm going to guess. I'm not 100% sure. I think that these are also supposed to be matching. So we have to look at each one.
That's supposed to be a house. Or a shack.
We already have a house, though.
A bird relief.
Just for the heck of it, fish fingers. Try putting house and bird. I'm not sure why we would use house and bird twice, because house matched with jar, and bird matched with head, right? No, fish with hand, bird with house. I thought there was another bird one, wasn't there? Yeah, bird with head. Okay, so bird with head and bird with house. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Blaze, you're back. Your mom got into an argument with me right as basketball was finishing. Oh no, you got distracted. You missed a token drop, and I'm not even lying. Like, it doesn't happen often. Sorry to hear you got an argument with your mom, though. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Alright, so I'm not going to bother saving it. We actually just have a save, so what I have to do is start this water pump thing. It's attached with the chain to the cage, so that's going to move the chain down. We'll have a limited amount of time to actually solve this. Did I put him back in the cage yet? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, house jar, bird house, bird hand, fish hand. Is that right? Fish hand, house jar, bird house. No, so we have house and jar, fish in hand, bird in house. But there was also a head in house, right? This is going to be interesting. Oh, pitchfork and flower. Yeah.
I'll wait on Adrian's signal.
Oh, that's right. So Adrian, because this is where we got stuck on the last stream, we have to pull this rope to let him know that we're going. Liftoff occurred. Nice, back for the puzzle. You're just in time to watch me drown, Aether. So if you see in the chat above, I got a bunch of hints, basically matching these symbols, which we have to match when we're underwater, before we can't breathe anymore. Just imagine the Sonic the Hedgehog drowning sound. Oh, it's stressful. Alright, house and jar. Here's a jar. I don't see a house. I don't see a house, game. Head and pitchfork and flower. There's a flower. I don't see a pitchfork. Game's messing with me. Half these symbols are missing. What is that? A snake? We didn't even see a snake. Head and jar? Is that one of them? No, that's house and jar. None of these things match up. Oh, here's house up there at the top. Okay, house and jar, right? Oh, okay, this puzzle's not what I thought at all. So there's a house here at the top. We have jar, flower, head, snake, and shell. And then 3 that are blank. Oh! There's multiple! Okay. I'm way off. Hey, Rewritten Stars, good to see you. Okay, so now I get it. House, jar, pitchfork, flower, and I think I'm dead. Oh, thank goodness. We don't just die. He pulls on that before he dies. He's
Come on,
smart.
Adrian, remember.
Okay, we got this. Now I actually know how the puzzle works. I didn't go that far the last stream. They were lowered into fire. Wait, which game was this, Diddy? I'm doing really well. So happy it's Saturday. House jar. Hey, it looks like it remembers. Pitchfork flower. I can't even see that one. Fish hand, right? I think it's fish hand. What was the last one? We have to guess what this one is. Head? I don't think we've used head yet. Oh, the Professor Layton game. Nice. Alright, we got it. Making progress.
That was close.
I'm totally gonna save it again.
It's just getting better and better here.
Adrian? Adrian! Is everything alright?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm okay. It's a little touch and go, that's all.
I wouldn't say PhD brain, you guys helped me. Quite a bit. I couldn't have done it without you. Dr. Daddy Cadia. Is the game a little quiet, or does it sound okay?
Is everything really? Wow. I've never seen anything like this. Isn't that just so impressive?
Well, I'm so glad you like my humble wine cellar.
I don't trust her. Like, I think I'm 60% don't trust her. 40% she might be on the up and up. It's hard to trust anyone in these games, right? Okay, let's create a brand new one. 35 saves. Oh, he's got to be super uncomfortable. That's one thing I hate about going to the water park when people want to go on the water rides. I hate getting soaked. Then you just smell like that park water all day, and that's just gross. Especially, I mean, it's nice when it's really hot to get wet, but then you just stink all day. Can't even trust ourselves. Well, we definitely can't trust ourselves because we are kind of possessed right now. She's from the Vatican. She could be doing that for bad reasons, though, right? Hey, username, how's it going? Kill them all. We finally got past that puzzle. I had no idea there was multiple stones you could look at in a 360. That really surprised me. Guess we should check all these.
Stone coffin, I'm thinking.
Oh, we can open this one.
What are you doing?
Maybe he can't.
I'm opening the coffin.
Have you ever heard of rest in peace?
What? When there could be something inside that's vital to our mission?
Right.
I just don't think this is right. Not one bit.
Yeah, we're maybe like 5 minutes of progress into the stream username.
I can't get the lid open any further, but it's moved enough to see inside.
Do we need to use a light source? We have this candle that's still lit up. No. Let's take a picture in there. No.
Pretty damn dusty. There's not much left of the corpse.
So it's just a corpse. All that work just for a corpse. It didn't take us that long. I mean, it feels like we just started. Guess we gotta disturb all the graves, right? What do you guys think? Do you guys trust her? If you've never played this game before. But I'm also very distrusting in this game, because I also didn't trust the doctor, our psychiatrist, and she seemed to be fine. Oh, he automatically uses his lighter. That's cool.
Something's sticking out of the dust.
Rabbit. That's a scary thought username. We got a fish!
A piece of jewelry, shaped like a fish.
I was gonna say, that's a really, really well-preserved fish.
A little metal fish. Could also be a toy.
There was a fish in the previous puzzle. My guess is we're gonna collect a bunch of these. You don't trust her either, Tuesday? It's kind of weird how she just, like... I mean, I understand if she was really working with the Vatican, she would understand what's going on, but... almost seems a little too convenient, doesn't it? You have been following me for a very long time. Type, !follow H, potato, that'll tell you. You don't have to pay rent? Tiny? Are they doing something really cool in Göteborg to kind of alleviate financial burden? 11 months. Holy cow, potato. It's almost been a year. And?
There are only a few bones in here, nothing else.
Okay, no puzzle pieces. Alright, let's see what the heck this is. Maybe we put the fish right here on this dish.
A ginormous statue of a guy with a sword, without a head. Could that be Mordred?
That's a cool statue, I will say. I know, what if the bones are the puzzle piece? You gotta take everything. It is an adventure game. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff that I missed here. We can also... oh, there's a sword on the floor? What? I couldn't even see that there. I guess I can see it now that I highlighted it, but...
There's a rusty broken sword lying on the ground here. No idea how that could have got here.
That reminds me, Tiny. I really... oh, uh-oh.
Oh, forged by an expert
That's not good.
hand. Simple, precise, and deadly.
Adrian, what have you got there?
Regrettable that the passing of time has taken its toll on such a fine weapon. It's no more than a rusty bar of steel. Yet the hilt has lasted well. I will.
Adrian,
How does she not notice that?
what's happening to you?
I've no idea. I must have blacked out. I'm back now.
Hey, no thing. Are we going crazy again? She might not survive this. I'm a little worried for Valentina now. First I say I don't trust her, now I think we're gonna kill her. Just casually possessed, no big deal. That's really cool, a 10-month contract. I just standard don't pay for 2 months of the summer. You know, Tiny, that would be perfect if you were a teacher. Because teachers, from what I know, they get to pick 2 different ways of getting paid. They can get paid all throughout the year, but a smaller amount, assuming they don't work in the summer. Or they can get paid larger amounts during the working months, and then they don't get paid at all in the summer. Which, if you don't get paid at all in the summer, but you also don't have to pay rent, that'd be kind of cool. She might not survive. 9 days before the 1 year thing, it's your birthday. Wow, so it's going to be almost a year you've been watching, and your birthday. So that means you followed me really close to your birthday, Potato Salad. That's kind of cool. You have 6 weeks summer vacays, so it's not usually a problem. Nice. I mean, that's perfect. You don't have to pay for rent and summer vacation. I'd say it's time for trips, but maybe not this year. Okay, we didn't open this one yet, so let's check this one. Oh yeah, what I was saying earlier is that I need to change my cell phone plan. I have Andy and I both on the same plan. And we pay for a decent amount of data because we use it. But we're not using any data now. We're at home all the time just using our Wi-Fi. So I'm going to drop that down to like the minimum just to save some money every month.
There's an arrowhead in here. Still looks pretty good. I'm gonna take that with me.
Oh, welcome back, Nate. It's good to hear that the launch went good. Especially because there's people aboard. Besides the fact that it destroys all kinds of stuff and it's a very expensive mistake when it doesn't work, you definitely don't want anything to happen when you have live people on there.
Someone really put some work in on this. The arrowhead is finely crafted.
There's a helmet here, too.
A rusty helmet. Somebody probably lost it.
Rabbit, you got a sword, a helmet? It's going on for 19 hours. I mean, the most exciting part is gone. There's another kind of exciting part when they get rid of the boosters, you know? Like, that happens a few minutes afterwards, and that's kind of cool. But then after that, it's all smooth sailing for the most part, until they need a dock. I guess that's the next exciting part after that. Let's see what else is in here. Got a fish, an arrowhead, a sword.
There's something different about this tablet. There's only one of these reliefs here.
The hell? Loading screen? Does this game have a single loading screen the entire game? That was weird.
A strange death's head with a huge mouth? No idea what that's supposed to be. 7 people standing around the place. Oh no, 3 of them are lying down. Are they sleeping or are they dead?
I was a little worried the game crashed or something when it started loading.
A whole load of symbols. Fish, crown, no idea, bones, and so on.
We're gonna have to make sense of this, aren't we? 7 people, big open mouth, skull head. But these symbols right here. Is there an arrowhead here? We found a fish. There's a fish right there. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to come back to this one. They wouldn't let us look that for no reason. There's a chain up here too.
There are 6 long chains hanging against the wall, running from floor to ceiling, and then they disappear into holes. And there are some kind of capsules hanging on the chains.
I was gonna say, I can't look at the other ones. Hey, Duke, how are you doing? Hello to your favorite viewers. How you doing, Duke? Happy Saturday. Or as we call Saturday. I like the Mohawk guy. Oh, the little symbol of the Mohawk guy. Mr. T.
Hieroglyphic after hieroglyphic, as far as the eye can see.
Okay, so just this one in particular. I was thinking there's all these chains. I thought maybe we have to match each chain with a certain row of the hieroglyphics, but I don't think that's the case because we can only really look at one. What else are we missing? I guess we should check the dish. We have to put something here? An offering?
Looks like an offering dish to me.
Whoa. Uh-oh, what's going on?
Oops.
Hey, Kiwi, how's it going? You got to watch the launch too? Pretty much everyone has. My wife was watching it too. I missed it just because of timing, but it's okay. Seen a lot of launches. Glad to hear that it went well. Oh, now the capsule's down here. Let me check it out, now that I can reach it.
There's a metal capsule hanging between the chain links. Is that a little Doa?
Ooh, what point and click can anyone recommend to us? That's a tough question, Duke. Oh, and Duchess, how's it going, Duchess? Do you want a funny point and click? Do you want a serious point and click, like realistic? Do you want like a dark horror point and click? I would say kind of give us a maybe an idea of like the style, because I mean I know a lot of good ones, but it's also good to know like Monkey Island's one of my favorites. If you want funny, Monkey Island is one of my favorites. I'd also recommend Grim Fandango. That's also one of the best point and click games I've played. They've also been remastered not too long ago, so they're pretty easy to get hold of. I play a lot of point and clicks that are so bad they're funny, but they're not meant to be funny.
A hole the size of a hand. No idea how deep it is.
I haven't played Deponia, but I think that one's supposed to be funny too. Holy cow! What is going on? Let's see, let's do a rage voice for Spider Monkey. What's up, Spider Monkey? How is it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, Kate, how's it going? Welcome, Kate. How did your stream go, Spider Monkey? You were playing. I got to see you online earlier. You're working on Sea of Thieves, right? I think you're working on Sea of Thieves. Let's see here. Yes, I have never played that game. How did you like it? You know, I keep thinking that I want to do that Xbox Game Pass, even for PC, because you get so many games for not very much money, especially when they do deals. Like for, I don't know, $5 you can get 3 months or something like that. They had some crazy promotions going. It'd almost be worth it, but at the same time, I hardly have enough time to play the games I am working on. So I'm not quite there yet, but if there is a game I want to play and it's on Game Pass and I want to stream it or something, I might do it for a month just to knock out that game. I just have to remember to cancel it, because I'm so bad about that. Got many chests. It's awesome. Now, are you playing by yourself? Are you playing with like just anybody in the game? Or are you playing with some friends that you know? Oh, you played till 2 in the morning last night. That's awesome. I mean, that game was made for you, Spider. Let's be real here. Uh-oh. Something went wonky on my stream. My chat is covering up the video. I can't see what's going on. Okay, that's good enough. So, yeah, welcome guys, and thank you again so much for the raid. We are near the end of this game. We're in Chapter 6. We just made it to the catacombs, and we're trying to basically end this curse. What's down here? A small boat? Do you play the game too, Kate?
There's a small boat here.
Yoink. Okay, we got a boat, an arrowhead, and a fish. I wonder if we're just supposed to drop all of them in this dish. I can interact with it again. Oh, I guess we are supposed to put everything in there. I didn't even use the items. I just clicked on the thing. Aha. So we can click and drag them there. I'm not quite ready to do this yet. We probably don't have everything we need. That's my guess.
I've got no idea how that works. Looks like some kind of a scale, and it's connected to these chains. Now, what should I weigh?
Okay, so it's a scale. So my guess is we need to know which one of these hieroglyphics to follow. Oh, no loading screen that time. So we have to know which of these hieroglyphic maybe columns to follow, and those are the items we need to put in there. So here's a boat. How many boats are there here? Here's a fish, a boat. I don't see an arrowhead. You know, the arrowhead is probably the bow and arrow. Actually, I don't see any column that has a fish, a boat, and a bow and arrow. You? Or am I blind? Bow and arrow. Oh no, there's an actual arrow. That would be the arrowhead. Yeah, I'm not sure how this puzzle works yet. You figured that one out by accident, this current puzzle? I think we need some more stuff. Request D&D. Right. There's 2 ways to go. I'll just try one. Hey, Invisible Llama! Happy Saturday. Good to see you. I want to check out this hole. I think we can jam our hand in there. Always a good thing to do in adventure games. Hey, we got a map. Silent Hill 2 did that quite a bit.
A map?
In that game, you would find multiple holes, which seemed very creepy and weird, and you'd always stick your hand in there. I'm like, no, don't do it. What are you doing, James?
Yes, it could be a map of this place.
But you had to. Okay, so it's got... Each room looks like it has a Roman numeral of 1, 2, or 3. How in the heck would this work? I'm thinking maybe you can only go forwards, not backwards. Oh, Duke! I love that game. Under a Killing Moon, that's a good one. Did not like Seventh Guest. Seventh Guest is a very different kind of puzzle game. It's like literal puzzles. It's not so much point-and-click adventure with inventory and stuff. It's more just like small logic puzzles. So I remember playing it back in the day, and it was really cool at the time because it was so new and had neat graphics, and we'd never seen anything like that. But yeah, that's not a game I think I would excel at playing. Under a Killing Moon, though, Never beat it, but loved that game. Yeah, puzzles for people way smarter than us. That's why I'm scared to play it. That's also why I'm scared to play The Witness on stream, because I would just embarrass myself. At least these, it's easier to brute force. Fumble your way through.
Seems to continue here. Valentina, you coming?
Wait,
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
you see that there?
What? What'd you see?
Yeah. Those aren't hieroglyphics.
That's Latin. Your ancestors must have written that.
Uh-oh.
And what does it say
This music is
exactly?
creepy.
A warning. Beware, guardians of the shades. They will take possession of your soul as soon as you venture into the dark.
Shades? Is that some kind of metaphor?
No, I don't think so. In the Book of Guardians, it said that Marcus had to battle through an army of shades that his brother had summoned out from the mirror.
Makes sense. First Mordred, now Shades. Well, my soul's not gonna get bored, that's for sure.
Imagine this turns into an action game, kind of like Harvester. At the end of Harvester, it was like nothing but combat. Okay, I have a feeling we're probably going to die soon, so let's go ahead and create another save. Before we go through the door with the warning. Also, I kind of think I should turn down the music a little bit. Sometimes that music, I feel like it overtakes the game, even though it's only at 50%. It still feels a little loud. Let's try 40%. Alright. Oh no, this finale is completely safe? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean we can't die here. It's completely safe. Alright, let's try this. So, oh, this looks
one
terrible.
Proper labyrinth. Where now? Straight ahead or to the right?
Did you see that? In the room ahead?
What is that?
No idea. But it's moving.
Is that one of those shades?
Crap.
Whatever it is, we shouldn't get too close to it. Be a good idea to close the door.
I have, Duchess.
Huh? How did you know that the switch was the right one?
I didn't. That's what you call putting your faith in God.
I don't know. I feel like she knows something. So this is where that map is going to come in
There are
handy.
Roman numerals in the rooms.
Yeah, we played all of these games. Actually, one of our community members, Therapy Android, requested these. When you hang out in this channel a whole bunch, you earn tokens, and if you get enough, you can use them to request a game that I stream. She's done it 3 times now. Saving was right. Okay, whew. Good. Okay, so it looks like if I had to guess, we're in 2 right now. I'm kind of surprised we're starting in 2. But, like, as far as going 2, 1, 3, I don't know why, in what order we would do that yet. Oh, you got the Dracula trilogy. I played some of those Dracula games way back in the day. I've never streamed them. And Goblin trilogy, I haven't played those. I mean, I only have familiarity with Dracula. If I had to tell you what it was like, it's kind of more like Myst. It's first person. There's not really... There's some inventory stuff, but anytime I see a first person game like that, it reminds me a bit of Myst. I love horror stuff, so I would probably go Dracula, but I can't compare with Goblin or Legend of Irandia. Is that it? So I'm not sure. Let's talk to Valentina.
Valentina,
Yes.
What does she have to say about those hieroglyphics?
looks like someone scratched their memoirs on the wall.
The hieroglyphics on the wall seem to be describing certain things which were dangerous for them back in those days.
Bread being important I can get. But a bone?
No, I don't mean each symbol on its own, but a row of symbols describes a person, for example.
So like, bread would belong to a baker then?
Yes, but it can also describe other people. Bread was baked by bakers, sold by traders, and also then eaten at some point.
Does it say how you get the door open as well?
Right now, I don't see any connection.
A couple of sticks of dynamite could come in handy right now.
I doubt it. It has to be the case that only people of pure heart can go further down. Dynamite is a somewhat brutal option.
Dynamite. All right. One thing, I'm very happy that we didn't try to beat this on the last stream. No way we would have done all this. I would also really recommend Duke and Duchess. You guys play, if you haven't already, Unavowed and the Blackwell Legacy series. We streamed both of those games, and we all loved them pretty much. They're pretty much universally enjoyed. They were really well written. They had great characters, good humor. They had some serious parts and some sad parts, but just really good stories overall. Honestly, the writing is what made those games. All right, I think we only have one switch to hit here. I don't see anything. Oh, no, there's one here. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Did I miss something, Janie? Oh, you're almost done with your report? You already done 1,300 words out of 1,500? I mean, if you only need 1,500, why go to 2,000? Maybe we should stick with 2s? But I don't want to go where that shade is. Oh, you wondered with controllers? I'll typically play regular, but if I'm playing like a flight game, I'll play inverted, usually. But for shooters and most games, I'll play regular. Very rare that I go inverted. It's just for like flight stuff. Which, I mean, I don't even remember the last flight game I played, to be honest. It used to be a much more prominent genre, you know? Okay, so now we are in 1. Still not sure what these Roman numerals mean. We're right here. Okay, so if we go right... If we go right, we can only go up, and there's a shade there. So let's not do that. Let's use this switch right here. Pizza. How about you, Tiny? And everybody. Do you guys like inverted controls? Or like shooters and stuff? There must have been some shooters back in the day that I did inverted on just because it was the default, but I don't know. When it became much more common to not do inverted, I don't think I did. Same thing, Kate, only for flight stuff. You do inverted for like first-person stuff? That's cool. Now, that's just with a controller, though. I guess if you were using a mouse, that's interesting, too. With a mouse, I would think that inverted would be very confusing, you know? Because it's not matching the direction of your hand. I would think you would want regular if you used a mouse.
I need Valentina's help for that.
Oh, I guess I have to walk her over here, too. Usually play PC. I can't imagine inverted mouse controls. With a joystick, that makes sense. Now we should be able to do it. We're probably tempting fate. This isn't a good idea. But we do need puzzle pieces. Oh, that's got to be tricky, Duchess. So you have to keep switching back and forth whenever you're playing and like trading controllers or whatever. I will say, we played a bunch of Rock Band from like 2007 up until, I don't know, 2012 or something. A lot of Rock Band. And I had a friend that was left-handed. Oh, it was such a pain constantly switching between left-handed controls and regular controls. And then usually you would start the song and you're failing immediately. You're like, what the hell's going on? You have to go into options, restart the song.
Dust, bones, and a crown. That has to be a king's grave.
Oh, you got married in 2007. Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. Wow, that is 13 years now. That's great. Ooh, we got a crown.
Or a thief's. One that stole a king's crown.
There's probably nothing else in there. Let's check the map again. You know, screw the map. I'm just avoiding the shades. The map doesn't make any sense to me yet, as far as the Roman numerals. Oh, crap. What if I'm supposed to remember which room I got these items in, based on the Roman numerals? We got the crown in 1. So that could be important. Maybe that's what it means. Oh, so you are... What do they call it? Is it ambidextrous? Where you can be right-handed or left-handed? I am definitely not left-handed at all.
A little crown. But it's heavy. Very heavy for its size.
Tiny as a pleaser. Let's see. You're right-handed, but I can only open soda bottles, jars with your left hand. I think you might be ambidextrous too. There's nothing that I do with my left hand, primarily. Okay, we are in 1 right now. Maybe I should look at the doors. We need to get over here to the right. There's another sarcophagus. So let's start going that direction. It's so funny how our brains work. And what is left-handed? It's like 20% of the population or something like that? It's Saturday, Alex. How's it going, dude? I mean, honestly, I don't blame you. It's hard to keep track of time during these weird times, isn't it? Honestly, streaming is what keeps me focused on what day it is more than anything. Okay, we made it to the next sarcophagus. We have to get Valentina over here. Back to work. Knock it out, Janie. And then you can enjoy that pizza. Andy made this gluten-free breaded chicken, like chicken strips, last night. Oh, they're so good. We had that, cheesy fries, and onion rings. It was probably the most unhealthy meal I've had in a long time. It was fantastic.
Nothing. The coffin's empty.
Oh, dang, nothing in here. And your child is left-handed, but neither of you guys are. It's just like flip a coin, right? Username, I'm not ambidextrous, but I did a lot of things with the wrong hand, like holding cutlery, but I have a left-right deficient. Comes with dyslexia. Oh, you're dyslexic? Username? I didn't know that. Sometimes I feel like I am. I don't know what kind of tests you could do to really determine if you are. Oh, Chivy, I'm so sorry to hear you had an injury. So now you use your left hand more, just for pure pain, right? That's a bummer. How long ago were you in a car crash? It's good, Tiny, to have goals or something you're looking forward to in the future. That definitely helps you keep track of the day. I remember as a kid, I always knew what day it was when it was getting close to Christmas. If you were to ask me what day it was, like the date, I have no idea. I guess I could look at my clock on my computer. That's the only thing I know about, though. Okay, I don't see any other sarcophaguses. Oh, there's one here, but there's a shade in there. Let's go ahead and create a new save so I don't have to do all this over again when I get murdered by that weird shadow. Did anybody watch that movie Lost? A weird smoke monster reminds me of that. Let me go this way. Oh wait, I can't go that way. Wait, here's a switch. There we go. Was there a movie Lost? I meant the TV show. What's the Lost movie? I remember really liking the first few seasons of Lost, the TV show. And then it seemed like they just kept writing new mysteries into the story and never explaining anything. And it kind of got so convoluted. I still finished watching the show, but I definitely lost the passion I had in the beginning. I mean, there probably is some weird random movie called Lost. I've never heard of it. Oh, you're working from home today, Duchess. So today is Tumthu Day? The 45th of Malai. Just because you're working from home all the time, right? Crap. Do we want to go forward? This way, towards that, or check out this last room? Like, I don't see any reason to go this way because, I mean, when I hit spacebar, I don't see any items there. Oh, you were in hospital for a year, Chivy. Oh my goodness. You went through the side window across the road on my front. That is terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that, Chivy. Well, I'm glad you're alive and you're still kicking. That's the most important thing. It sucks that you have to deal with, like, pain even after the fact. I think I've told you guys this, but I was almost killed in the car crash when I was a little kid. I was probably like 5 or something, and we were in the back of my parents' driveway. They hadn't pulled out into the street yet, but we were kind of like near the edge, but we weren't in the street. And some big semi-truck driver wasn't paying attention. He veered off the road and drove over the backside of our car. We're gonna go grocery shopping or something. They were making their plans, my mom and my sister in the front seat. So it crushed the trunk, crushed the rear side of the car. Luckily, I was so short, it didn't crush my skull. And the last thing I remember is I was back at my grandma's house, and police were like picking glass out of my hair and stuff. I don't remember too much. I was really young. But yeah, guardian angels, it's crazy. Well, you witnessed a fatal car crash when you were 15 and you called the cops. Wow. Jeez. Cars are so dangerous. We gotta really be paying attention. Ah, we're dead. Okay. I'm glad I saved it. I'm very glad I saved it. Yeah. Don't ever drink and drive, guys. That's about the worst thing you can do. So maybe we have to come back to this later. We've checked out every room. Oh, wait. Now that I'm in here, there's a light here. I missed that.
Everywhere, these weird green lights.
Oh, I guess we can't interact with that. Okay, so either one of these I open is probably going to kill me. I was going to say, maybe we can move these weird shadows into different rooms somehow, but I don't know how I could open up a door and not get killed immediately. So let's go back to the other puzzle back here real quick. Can I even get out of here? Your sister saved you by being in the car. She absorbed me being thrown out when I was 5. Oh, that is so cool, Chivi. Kudos to your sister. Well done. Nice. Let's see. The guy was drunk and high out of his mind and went off the road in a roundabout. Oh, gosh. Killed a girl and her dog. Oh. Well, thank goodness at least you were there to witness it and call the cops immediately.
I can't leave Valentina back here on her own.
Oh, you absolutely can. But I won't. Oh, you know what? Since we have 2 characters, maybe we can open and close doors like simultaneously? Somehow trick it? I'm not sure. Alright. Now we can leave. The first hint is free. Did you give me a hint, username, or you will give me a hint? The next one costs tokens. Oh, that's a brutal yet brilliant idea, username. I like it. You guys can charge me tokens for clues to help the stream move.
That's what I call a door. Solid stone with iron bands and 6 locks.
6 locks? Okay, he just put something in his diary. Oh, Tiny. Thank you so much for the host, Tiny. Okay, so we have a few things that we've written down we haven't actually looked at. The catacombs. So we finally reached the catacombs, but unfortunately we're standing in front of closed doors and any number of symbols again. Does all of it go back to Mordred's time, or are the catacombs much older? There's a door here with 6 locks on it. Marcus certainly wasn't taking any chances with security. The black mirror has to be somewhere behind this door. I just have to get it open. Then the offering dish. In front of one of the great headless statues, there's a kind of an offering dish attached to the wall. If I push down, then all of the chains in the chamber move, like it's some kind of weighing device. But what would you want to weigh here? And then the Shade Labyrinth. We have seen a shade, a black creature, somehow transparent, kind of misty with glowy eyes. It was right in front of us. Beware, guardian of the shades. They will take possession of your soul should you wander into the darkness. Is written right at the front of the entrance. I also know what that means. But this greenish light seems to scare them off. Could this be how we're going to be able to take a closer look around the labyrinth without getting our souls eaten? So the greenish light scares them off. I didn't see how I could use the light. I'm not sure about that. 1-900 user hints. Only $4.99 the first minute. $9.99 each additional minute. Nice, Tiny. Whatever user and Nate are charging, I won't charge. Yeah, that's most people, Freeze. Most people don't know what's going on, which is cool. It is neat to see a game you've never seen before. It's also neat to see a game you've seen before, but you'd like to see the streamers' reactions and how they do. You guys are ruining my business. Okay, so my guess is maybe the chains control the light? Would that be possible? So now I feel, this is just a guess, maybe we are supposed to open and close the doors in a certain order. Probably has to do with the numbers, and then use the chains to move that green light around, and we use the light to scare them from room to room to make a path for us. However, I still don't know what to do with this dish. Let's put more stuff in here. We got a crown. So we have a crown, fish, arrowhead, and boat. Let me look at this thing again.
I think I'm still...
Yeah, sorry, I skipped down an accident. I think he said he's still missing items. There was a catacomb at the end. Blame COVID. Have you guys, any businesses that you guys normally interact with or use have gone out of business due to this? It's so sad, isn't it? So each of these has 6 items. We only have 4. Trying to see which one of these are we getting close to. It has a boat, a fish, an arrow. Yeah, see, none of these have all of those items. It's weird. Libraries? Are libraries going out of business? At least in the US, libraries are typically funded through taxes. That's not changing. Yeah, competition creates better prices. True. And that's one thing that's kind of interesting. I love Steam. I want everything on Steam. But I understand it's important for the Epic Game Store and stuff to be around. I don't like how they are making progress, I guess you could say, but it's still a good thing to have competition. They are locally funded, but still closed. Wait, well, sorry, when I say closed, I mean like shutting down. Not that they're closed because of the disease, but I mean they've gone out of business. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys had any companies that you interact with that are just like, they don't exist anymore, and after the disease is gone, they're still out of business? Because that sucks. Okay, let's take a look at this map again. So this guy's here. This guy's at the top right. So he's in 2, and this one is in 3. What would be nice is to push them both into the same room. Then I'd have all kinds of room for activities. And the green light is right here, although honestly, is that green? That doesn't look green to me. There is a light in each room. There's light here, 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 and here. I don't know why, though. If I pull the switch... Okay, the light goes off if there's no open door. Is that right? Now, this switch does not turn on a light in here. Yeah, it's green enough for the shades, right? Are they talking about this light right here, or are they talking about the light that's actually in the room username? I think so, did he? When did you take off? We might still be on here. We're in the, like, a puzzle in the catacombs. Puzzle. We're trying to figure out how to push these guys. It is the light in the rooms. Okay. I'm going to have to, at some point, open up a door next to one of these shades. I'm guessing if I have light in there, they won't come. So let me save it again real quick. I'm going to try to open this switch. If this light stays on, I think it won't kill me. Nope! That turned off the light. Okay. I'm glad I saved it. That was a good test. Load game. It looks like it does an automatic save right before you die, which is very handy. Yeah, have you guys been doing anything for the book club thing you guys had started? It seemed like you guys were getting some progress, but then it was tough because of, you know, the whole COVID thing. Let's see, as for the business out there, a local diner that your friends and I have been having breakfast at every Sunday for the last years is more than likely not going to reopen. Oh, so sad, Tajay. Not official yet, but it could definitely happen. Ugh, I hope it stays open. I hope they find a way to survive. Okay, so if he stays in here, there's a light. What if I have Valentina hit this switch? Does that turn off her light? It does. Okay. Actually, game, it was Valentina that died. I guess you could do digital books, but not everybody likes doing digital books. So what if I lock him in there? Now, if he switches this, does the light turn back on? It does. How do I get out of here? Now, if Valentina hits the switch here, is it going to turn off my light? Yep, and dead. Alright. Just kind of learning how this puzzle really works. So, what are we trying to do here, guys? We need one more item from this place. There's no sarcophagus in here, I don't think. I don't see one. But I do see a sarcophagus in here. So I think this is the last item we need. It's getting there. Oh, so we're making some progress? Yeah, it's been a part of our weekly ritual for so long. I don't know what will happen if it closes for good. That happens for me sometimes with restaurants. They just go away, and then I have to find a brand new one, and that's never fun. Hey, Relentless! John dies in the moment I enter into the chat. It's nice to know some things never change. Either I'm dying, or I'm killing other people, Relentless. One or the other, you know. Welcome, Relentless. It's good to see you. I'm still figuring out this puzzle. I think we're getting it, though. Okay, so I'm going to hit this switch. That should turn off that light? No, it didn't turn off that light. I'm curious, can I go in here since I have the light on? Oh, wait, what if I go in here and then hit the switch? Nope, nope, not that. Dang it. Okay, you can't get too close. I was gonna say, is there a switch on the other side? That'd be perfect. Oh, you've been on the struggle bus the past few weeks, so I haven't been around, but I missed you all. Oh, we missed you too, Relentless. Sorry to hear that bad things are going on. If you ever want to chat, let us know. We'll be happy to, if anything, just let you vent, you know? But it's good to see you again. I'm glad you're able to join, and bummer that you're going through some crap, you know? And you haven't been able to see friends because I have none in my hometown anymore. Everyone's moving around. I have friends in my hometown, but I've only been seeing them online. Like, we've been doing voice chat and stuff. I'm still not going to their houses. Ooh, you've discerned one hint that helps explain what the numbers on the map means. Ooh. Oh, you know, I've kind of forgotten about the map, to be honest. Here I am trying to brute force it without even looking at the clues. Okay. What did the map mean? My first guess about what the map could mean is that if they are attached with the same number, that's going to affect the light. So, like, maybe if the 2 is attached to the 2 and I hit this button, I was going to say maybe the light doesn't turn off, but no, actually I know it does, because that happened. And same thing the other way around, too. Jackbox. Jackbox with friends is great. We have to do another Jackbox stream soon. Okay, so if I close this, Oh, there's no way out of here. I have to use Valentina. Okay. Wholesome chat hours. Heck yeah. Aw, stretches their arms as far as they can and hugs everybody. Big group hug, guys. Everybody's dealing with something. Whether it's related to what's going on in the world or not, we're all dealing with some crap, so it's good to have friends just to, like, relax and kind of forget about your problems for a little bit. You can deal with those later. Powerful Embrace is a level 4 spell. Nice. That's a D&D reference, right? Level 4 spell? Life is good there. There we go. Never mind. We got one that is not dealing with any problems. None at all. Even really minor ones. But that's good to hear, Duke. That's good to hear. I mean, when I say I'm having problems, I have nothing really terrible going on. I'm working. I'm healthy. My minor things is like, a little hot in here. People are dealing with so much worse. That's for nerds. Alright, so we need to push this guy out of here. I don't know that we need to move him at all, but honestly there could be an item in there that we just don't see. Like maybe it's not in a sarcophagus. It looks like there's a bunch of heads or bones or something back there, so it could be that. Except he has to put up with me. No, that's not a problem, that's a perk, Duchess. That's a perk. So I want to try to get this shadow in here. I might need a hint about what these numbers mean. These don't make sense to me yet. Oh, is that it? She is perky. Does she have too much energy for you? Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Like, oh no, just let me rest. The numbers do relate to the doors and lights. Okay, so let's figure this out. So this is 1, and this is 1. Let's try to find some 1s and 2s connected, just to, like, see the difference. These are all 1s. Here's a 1 and 2. Okay, so let's mess with these down here and see if we can figure what these do. It's a Boone reference? Oh, that's way over my head. What do you mean, Boone reference? Ooh, the Joncadia D&D party will be named Dank Daddies. I like that. So, is this a 2 in the corner, or am I in a 2 right now? Okay, we're in a 2 right now. So let's try flipping the switch between a 2 and a 1. They both went off. Okay, so if I go in the 1... Oh, I can't actually hit a switch here. That's a good way of putting it, Relentless. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're 6 inches underwater or 6 feet deep. You're still drowning, right? I'm very fortunate. I don't have anything terrible going on. I'm more just things I want to do, you know? See, what does that tell you about the room 1? So if I hit the switch in 2, it also changed the light in the connected 1. So my guess is that if I hit this switch right here, it's also going to turn on the light here. It does not. But if I hit the switch in the 1, it didn't turn on the light in the 1. So maybe 2 can change the light. Oh yeah, why didn't it affect this one though? It's confusing. Still not sure. User, I've been more than 100 feet underwater and I was fine. You mean literal water, not the water that is our lives. Okay, so which room is this? This is another 2. So my guess is that if I hit this switch, There's a 3 there too. I don't know what it's going to do. We just have to kind of test it out. So this 2 turned off the light to 1. This 2 only affected itself. And what does it do to 3? It still only affects itself. Oh, you know what? Let's get, we can get her over here. We can hit the switch. Still not sure what the numbers mean. If we can get her over here and hit the switch, then this light should turn on, right? Nope. Not at all. What if I hit this switch now? Will it turn on this light? We might be safe. No, that didn't help at all. Because that was room 3. So maybe room 3 lights just don't turn on. That's my first guess. 2 changes lights. Can also change the lights to room 1 areas, but not all of them. Like this is 2. This is 1. They're both on. If I hit that, it turns them both off. What is going on here, guys? And even when we figure this out, how are we going to move these shadows around? I basically need to get a light on and then leave and then close this door or open this door somehow with the light on. And then when we close it, then maybe he'll move. It's simpler than you think. What's weird is we started in 2, right? We started in 2. From wholesome to horny. Welcome to Johncadia. So we're in room 2. I was gonna say, what if we're supposed to do them in that order? We do all the 1s, and then all the 2s, and then the 3s? Could it be that simple? It's confusing though because this 1 is connected to 3 different rooms, so that doesn't make any sense. Let's have her hit this switch. Oh, maybe you move the light around. You don't want to say too much. Maybe we actually move the light around from room to room. Rather than it just switching off. Is it like an entity that we kind of like can push around the game? In which case, we just got the light in here, so now I want the light over on this side, right? Let's hit this switch. But none of my solutions make any sense for the numbers, you know? That's weird. There's no door here. The light is separate for each room. Okay, so we're not pushing the light from place to place. Hopefully I'm doing the right thing as far as this is where I need to be. I think we still need to finish this room to get all the puzzle pieces for the puzzle outside. But why did the light not switch every time? Okay, so if I turn this one, which closes the door, it turns that light on. Is that because of what it's connected to? So right now this 1 is only connected to 2, not connected to this 2 or that. Is that what it has to be? It needs to have one connection to a number above it, and then it'll turn on? There's only one open door. Oh! Oh! So the number of open doors needs to equal the number in the room, otherwise the light is off. And the coin dropped. Light bulb turned on. Bing! Alright. So now we gotta figure out how to properly push these guys around. So let's try to get this shade in this room. Pretty sure we need access to this room. So, Valentina, get over here. Need you to open this up for me. Alright, now we got this. Oh, I'm so glad we didn't try to do this last stream. I was also tired at the time, because it was getting late for me, so that would have been miserable. By the way, this entire stream, we've had a little visitor hanging out. I didn't call him out because I figured he'd be gone immediately, but no, he's still chilling here. Just hanging out. Hey, Georgie. Hey, Georgie. It's like, what? What do you want, human? Good boy. Good boy. Surprised Andy hasn't come in here and taken him. True username. When you said under an hour, I was not thinking John hours. Now, this will probably be... Yeah, we'll see how we finish this. Maybe I won't even get to the next game this stream. Okay, so let's check these door numbers again. Yeah, he's literally just vibing. Just don't bug me, right? Don't bug me. Okay, so this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 1. So I wonder, do we have to turn on the light in here to scare him out? Or if there's a dark room, does he just automatically go in when it's connected? So I'm going to try to get out of here and then leave this room dark. So it needs to be 1 for the light to be on. So if she comes over here and closes this, it goes dark. When I go over here and hit this, it goes light. Now if she comes over here and hits this, it's going to go dark and we're going to die. What about that room? I have to switch to him to look at that. This is a 2. So these are both 2s. This top one and this. Maybe we actually want to push him this direction. Nope, don't go there. So if I hit this, that's going to be a 1. No, right now it's a 1. If I hit this, it's going to be a 2, and the light will turn on in here, right? However, this room is a 1, and it'll go dark. So I think we're going to die, but I'm just going to test this out. Yes, as soon as you turn on that light, he escapes. Garbage Boy Stinkman? Is that the name for the that shade that just got me? That would be nice, Tiny. I can't. I'm a white man, but I'm not funny. That's my problem. I think maybe we need to go the other direction. Let's go ahead and let him out of there. What if he closed the door in the other room before that? So it would stay dark in there, right? If I close this... Well, see, that's the thing, though, is if I was like a stand-up comedian, Tiny, then it would be... I'd be paying people to do all the tech stuff. I wouldn't do that myself. We can make this happen. All right, so now if I turn this on, that will stay dark because this is a 2. Right now it has 0. He might come after me anyway. And he comes after me anyway. So it doesn't matter if the light turns on or not. If the spirit sees somebody that he can get to, you're dead. That's good to know. Skywalker, did you miss me? You better say yes or I'm going to do nothing about it. I love that. I did miss you, Skywalker. Good to see you. We are in one of the final few puzzles of this game. And it's a tricky one. This is probably one of the trickiest puzzles in the game so far. Okay, so what that tells me is we had the right idea. I think we just need to keep this light on, right? Ooh, what happens if both the lights are on? So if I hit this, now this light's on. Wait, is this a 1 or a 2? Let me see. It is a 1, okay. So now if I turn on this light, this is going to go bright, and this is going to go bright. He'll have nowhere to go, right? He's just going to evaporate, I'm hoping. All 3 of these rooms are there. He gives 0. He just goes after whoever he wants. All right. So you can't just vaporize him by having light everywhere. Dang it. Thought I had a plan. So we still have to push him around. Those shadow fellas are dickhead douchebags. Have you tried the mother load on the puzzle? What does that mean, Tiny? The mother load? The nowhere to go is a problem there. I was thinking he would just like freak out and go poof on. Okay, so now I'm in a problem where he can't leave. She can leave, though. But if I open this door, the Shade's going to come and get me. Oh, the Sims money cheat. I haven't played the original Sims in so long. That's cool. Okay, this is a 2, 2, and 1. I think we need to let him out of here to continue this. Let's see. Oh, you could do the cheat in real life if you're not a coward. How does it work in real life? I would have done that long ago if I could. Oh, there's a switch right here, too. I missed this switch. I totally forgot about this. Oh, getting ready for bed, and then I'll be back on mobile. We'll see in a little bit, Tiny. I totally missed this. I mean, this just changes the number, right? It closes that door. Okay, so this is going to be the trick. I didn't even think about this door right here. Okay, so now he can freely walk back and forth. Hour 30, Skywalker? What the heck are you doing class-wise? That's way too much. They're working you too hard. Or are you like me, where you just procrastinate and not really get any schoolwork done, even though you're like working on it, and it just takes you forever. Okay, so this room is a 2, I believe, right? The one at the top left? I haven't been to Arby's in so long. Oh, are you doing that Security Plus test or something? Blimey. Okay, so these are both 2, and that's a 1 down here. Okay, so if I flip this one, this light's gonna go on. So safe. This is a 1, right? No, this is... Yeah, this is a 1. I feel like I'm so close. It's the worst, isn't it, Alex? Sometimes you either just can't focus or you're just thinking about it the wrong way, so you don't make any progress. I had that all the time in my computer science classes. Two, two, one. Okay, so if she comes over here and flips this light's gonna go off. I'm gonna come over here and open this. This light's gonna go on. Oh, both of them go on. Crap. I was just thinking about the room I was in. Oh, so networking first, then security plus. Security plus, some of those are really tough programs. But you got this, Skywalker. You got this. Where did it put me? It's like, how much did it remember? A weird conundrum of how do I get the shade to move by opening that at the same time. You know what? Maybe it wants a dark room. Okay, here's a question. Maybe I haven't done this yet. If this room is light and this room is dark, but I open up this, is it going to go to the darkness or is it going to attack me in the light? I'm going to pretend like it's going to go to the darkness. So this room's a 2. That door's open. If I close this, this is going to go dark. We need it to move so we can get in that room, Duke. If I can section it off and I can get in there, then I should be able to loot any items that I need, because we're missing some puzzle pieces. So if I hit this, this will go dark. Now I'm going to open this room. Wait, don't do that, John. This is a 1. First I need to hit this switch, which will make this room go dark. Now, when I hit this switch, this room will go light, and I'm hoping he goes to the darkness instead of eating my face. That was it. Okay, see, what's funny is I was never going to do that because I didn't even realize that switch was there. Alright, now I should be able to freely go into this room. And what do we have here? A niche. Niche? Niche?
Ugh, the whole niche is full of human skulls.
Niche.
Well, not quite. Here's a bowl. Rather nicely decorated.
Yoink. Okay, there's another puzzle piece we need. And my guess is the final puzzle piece is in this sarcophagus. So we kind of have to do the same thing again, going the other direction. Okay, now I got to think about how do I get out of here without getting killed. Let's save it real quick. Ooh, I hope I can't get in some kind of unwinnable state. That would suck. Hey, Kath, how are you doing? Happy Sabbath day. I think we've gotten 2. We've gotten 2 from this room. And I think we need 6 total, right? Did you finish, Janie? Did you finish? We're just talking about how we were all having a hard time being productive. Here, Janie is killing it. So if I hit the switch, this door will close. It'll be locked in there. Oh. I was going to say, will the light turn on? No, it's going to be a 0. But if I close that door, he should be able to get out. I think Victoria will be able to let him out. Pizza time! Nice, Janie, you are killing it. Okay, now he's locked in there. I'm happy. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do the same thing going backwards so we can get out that way. But that's okay. Now, as Valentina, we have to come back here and let... Oh, wait, he can come out. Actually, we're probably going to want to go this direction. Tobey Maguire voice. I am the queen of bullshit. I mean, that is, for me anyway, going through school, English and history classes. It's just... How much can you sound like you know what you're talking about and write a lot? That's how well you're going to do in that class. Okay, so... Let's look at the numbers here again. We are in a 3. There's a 2 and a 3 and a 2. So I guess we probably have to deal with all of these rooms on this side to figure this out. And Relentless, you have an essay to write, but you're taking some time off next week because I've been too stressed to focus on anything. You got to take some me time sometimes. That's very important. Very important. And you had a work meeting this morning, and I should have done some follow-up work. But I said, nah, this is Sabbath day. That's me pretty much every Saturday. I don't want to do anything productive. I don't want to work out. I just want to relax. Sunday, I'll do laundry and all the cleaning up and stuff. Ah, the Ninja Turtles arcade. Beats time. Love that game. I have that set up on my arcade machine, which I still have to show you guys. I know. Okay, so this is a 3, 2, and 3, right? It's going to take me a little while to memorize all these numbers. 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. So these are 3s, and these 2 connected here are 2s. I can open this, and this will turn on the light. I do, Duke. It's like a custom MAME arcade, so it's got a whole bunch of games on there. It's not like a authentic Ninja Turtles arcade. It's pretty much a computer that I set up that has a nice front end where you get to pick which game you want to play, and it automatically maps the controls and everything. So you get a lot of variety, but it's a MAME machine. But it feels really good. I love having all the options. I don't have the space for all the arcade games I would want to play, you know? Okay, this one's a 3. So, is that door open? I can't even see it. It is. I also have a pinball machine like that too, Duke. Okay, so now, is this open? No. If I turn this one on, the light will be on. There we go. Yes, I use Launchbox for mine too. Same thing, Duke. It's just set up in a big arcade cabinet, full size. How are we pushing this guy around? Let's see. And this would make the captain happy. I'm waiting for Sea Shanty ukulele book to be delivered. Is it coming today, Janie? I'm waiting for a bunch of green screen stuff to get delivered. Pretty much tonight I'll spend some time with Andy, but if I get some extra time, I want to set up the green screen in here before the next stream. I mean, I have a green screen right now. Right there, but I'm setting up a big one that takes up the entire wall so I could do some more cool VR stuff, and it'll generally make the room more dynamic. I could do green screens with Andy and myself, both green screened out. That'll be really sweet. Tiny has entered comfy mode. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to close one of these doors because as soon as I turned that light off, I was gonna get killed. Luckily, the ghost is a little stupid. He doesn't know he can go around here and get... Oh, I guess he can't go into the light room, huh? Never mind. Ugh, mosquitoes. It's getting to be that time of the year, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with these rooms down here, too. Yeah, if you're interested in what kind of arcade I set up, Duke, check out a website called recroommasters.com. I used them for the arcade and the pinball machine. Really cool stuff. It's basically a big piece of IKEA furniture, and you have to put together all of the electronics inside. You basically just get the cabinet and the controller. That's it. You also get a light for the marquee, but I took that out and actually put like a custom long LCD screen in there. It's kind of like that, I guess. And it changes depending on what game you're playing. Oh, you're going to lurk for a little bit, Kath? Thank you for the lurk, Kath. I appreciate it. Do we need this door open or closed? This is a 2. So let's try this. Oh, this is a 3. So we're going to have all 3 of these doors open to push him out. Oh, I think we're going to push him out into here. Now that door is open. So if I close this door, this is a 2, right? This room will go dark. And when I open up this door, that room will go light and he'll be pushed in here, right? Let's see, what's the 1, 2, and 3 on the MSP mean? What's MSP? What do you mean? Oh, on the map. So that's what took me the longest time to figure out. I got some hints, but it basically means if you have that many doors open, the light will be on. As soon as this, like if this room has this door and this door open, the light will be on. If we close either of these doors, or if we open this third light and change the number to a 1 or 2, as far as number of doors open, the light shuts off. And as soon as the light shuts off, the ghost can pass through that room and try to kill you. So right now we have 2 doors open, and this room is a 2, so the light's on. I'm going to open up a third door, which will turn this into a 3. Crap, that would mean that light would turn off, huh? We don't want that. So I'm going to close this door. So this room goes dark. There we go. Now this room is a 1, so the light is off. It's supposed to be a 2. So if I open up this door, this light's going to turn on. This room will have 1, 2, 3 doors open. It will go bright, and it'll shove the shadow down here. Think. I must save it. Oh, you got some story ideas, Relentless, and you're going to try some writing soon. You should give us little snippets on Discord if you're not afraid to share it. That'd be really cool. What kind of story are you creatively thinking you might write? All right, here goes nothing. I'm hoping he goes down here. All right, now we can freely walk in here and get the last of our loot. Yes, sir. I was 90% sure you would forget to have a dark room for the shade to move into. I like the confidence, the faith you have in me, username. Kidding.
I need Valentina's help for that.
Well, then get your butt over here, Valentine. There we go. Let's do this. So this should be the last puzzle item we need. Then we need to go backwards without getting killed and get back this way. You gave me 10%. That's good. That's more than I would have given myself, honestly. And?
There's only dust in here. Oh, and a weird-shaped staff.
I was going to say, there had to have been a puzzle piece. I know we need 6. What a waste that would have been if we didn't get that.
Looks like it could be like the ones that the bishops carry. Or shepherds.
Don't shepherds carry crooks? That doesn't look like a shepherd's crook, does it? Georgie is still napping there. He's been sleeping in my room a lot lately. Like, pretty much all week he's been in here while I've been working. Andy has been very upset with me. Alright, guys. Now the trick is, how are we going backwards without dying? Well, that door is closed, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this. I don't think we have to go back here. Let's open this one. Let's see. One of them is based on Hanahaki? Is that how you say that? Disease, which is a fan fiction trope. It's a fictional disease that makes the victim required or one-sided love cough to throw up flowers from plant growing in their lungs. It reminds me of that, like, anime thing where when people get horny or something, don't they start, like, having a nosebleed? Seems like that happens a lot. Is it a trope kind of like that? Alright. We got out of there. We're making progress. Now we need to get through here without getting killed. Yeah, I mean, as long as we haven't blocked off, he can't follow us. Let's see. Sort of in the same vein, I think coughing flowers. Nosebleeds. Okay, I forgot what all the numbers were here. think it's a 2 at the top left. Okay, both the top 2 are 2s, and the bottom ones are 1s. Okay. Right now this has... Oh, there's a door here too. Crap, I didn't even think about this one. Do I want this open or closed? Okay, if I close this, this becomes a 1. Now if I turn this on, it becomes a 2. Now we're safe. If I come over here and flip this, it goes dark again. Right? Now this room is safe. This is safe for him. Now if we turn this on, this is a 2. So this should push him out into the darkness. Come on. Oh, I left that other door closed. That was my bad. I thought that door was open. Isn't that door open? I think that's a 1. It's so hard to tell. Just when I was starting to have faith in you. Okay, let's make this room light. This is a... What room is this? This is a 1. So we need to close this door. I think I did it right. Except this room didn't have a light on. That was my problem. So I'm going to close this door. Got this. We're so close. Now this room is a 0. So now when I turn this on, this will become light. This will become light. This will stay dark and he'll go that way. Okay, let's go finish that other puzzle, guys. I'm going to lock your misty butt in there. Stay. Okay, now we can make some progress. I wish I had some kind of drawing prowess. One thing I would like to learn how to do is pixel art. Because, I mean, come on. For the channel, that would be awesome if I could do my own pixel art. So, I suck at artwork, but I think pixel art might be a bit more my speed. It's more being creative than being necessarily super talented with like brush strokes and stuff, which I'm not. But with pixel art, you're really just turning on and off pixels to make the shapes until you get it the way you want it. So I think I might have better luck with that. Not that it doesn't take talent, but I think I might do a better job with that. And it would be awesome to be able to make graphics for the stream avatars too. Give you guys like some cool, unique things to have. Is it my imagination or are they just not coming anywhere near me? Okay, there they go. I was going to say, it looked like everybody was stopped over there. Oh, but pixel art doesn't compute for me. And I might find the same thing. I've never actually tried Nate. So I might have a horrible... Oh, I can make my own emotes too. That would be cool. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have and then try to figure out what we need to put in there. Maybe we just have to put everything in there. Let's go ahead and try. Oh no, it's a weight thing. I bet it has to do with these hieroglyphics.
I think I'm still missing something.
I think we have all the items, right?
A whole load of symbols. Fish, crown, no idea, bones, and so on.
Funny thing, pixel art would be a bit more my style. Touche. Alright, so none of these seem to match up exactly with what we have. I wonder if there's a column that matches up. I was looking, or sorry, a row. I was looking for columns that match up, and I didn't see that. I don't think any rows match up either. So we need to know what the weight is. I mean, I could just keep trying them over and over.
7 people standing around the place. Oh no, 3 of them are lying down. Are they sleeping or are they dead?
So this could have something to do with it too. 7 people. Could that be 7 items? And how do we know which correlates to which? You hear Georgie right now? He's barking a little bit. He's just waking up right now. Oh, that's true. We should ask Valentino. She does know more about hieroglyphics. I always forget that I can switch
A
characters.
very strange depiction. What can it mean?
Tell me.
Ah, I'm sure that represents the Black Mirror. The death's head is symbolic of death. 7 people, all a little different. Could they perhaps represent different societal groups from their time back then? 3 people are lying down, 4 are standing. In the middle, there's an altar chiseled in.
Well, she says they're lying down. They're not dead. I almost always call her Victoria, but there's another Victoria in the game. Tiny logs off because I talk too much. You do not talk too much at all. And so you wrote some fun beginning scenes for your fantasy thing, and it's a friendship between a bread-baking tiefling and a sort of elven detective. That's pretty cool. I like that. A bread-baking tiefling and an elven detective.
I don't know all the symbols, but they seem to be describing something.
Talk more.
At least it looks like they've been divided into 7 groups. Perhaps each of the symbol sequences describes one of the people on the upper half.
Okay, so maybe the ones... It could go either way. The ones standing up represent the ones we're supposed to put in there. So if we go... It's hard to go left to right. Like, who corresponds to who? Like, is this the most left, or is this one the most left? Because his head is over here. I almost think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might be overthinking this. And then which things do they correspond to? So if it is the standing up ones, this guy's standing up, if he's number 1, which of these items do we actually have? I think that's supposed to be the crook. I think we have the crook. Oh, getting some sleep. We'll leave a lurk and possibly join with my phone. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Alex. If you got to get some sleep, I totally understand. It's like ridiculously late for you. Thank you for hanging out, dude. Okay, so let's say crook, and then we'll say 2 is no, 3 is no. This would be the 4th, right? We have multiple items here, don't we? No, maybe we only have the arrowhead. So crook, arrowhead. How about this one? Forgotten all the items we have. Do we have a bird? Or maybe this is the crook. That looks like a scythe. And fish. Crook, arrowhead, birdfish. Do we have a bird? I've forgotten all the items we have.
That's an offering dish. So this statue is probably a representation of a pre-Christian god.
That didn't help me at all. Okay. We have a boat. Okay. Bowl, crown, fish, arrowhead. So I think those are the 3 that I found. I'm not sure about the last one. Maybe it's a boat? There we go. Making progress. Ooh, leftover curry. Nice. I love curry.
Now the dish is hanging right in the middle.
Okay, I think we got it lined up correctly. What did he just write down? I brute forced it just a little bit. I had an idea of the 3. The 4th I wasn't sure. Yeah, it was really hard. Like, I had to make a guess. I could have seen it either way. Like, if the person lying down was actually first versus the person standing up. Like, they were almost on top of each other, you know? What did he write down? Oh, you know what? I think he just crossed that off because we're done with the offering dish. It's been your last 3 meals. Hey, as long as you don't get sick of it. Funny thing, that's perfect. And you're getting sleepy, time for some snoozing. You best have beat this game by the time I wake up. Oh, bye, Tiny. Get some good rest. Yes, hopefully the VOD will have us triumphantly defeating this game. I have faith. So, did that open the door over here? It had 6 locks. We have 6 items.
Now that's what I call a door. Solid stone with iron bands and 6 locks.
Oh, you know what? I bet the locks have to do with these capsules. For those of you that like curry, what's your favorite kind of curry?
So it is a door. And inside the capsule there's a golden key. Or maybe just gilded.
You know what I should do? Is I need to do more updates in Discord after the stream. Just to let you guys know how it went, if we finished a game or not, or where we left off. It'll be good memory for me, too. Pathos. I've never heard of pathos. I don't know, I guess the few times I've had curry, it's been like green or yellow, and then you get to pick your meat. Garlic chili chicken. Is that a red one? I think like chili powder
key.
red. Or pathos.
Looks like all of the capsules have gold keys in them. I've
I
got
need
no
the key.
idea how many of them there are. I really ought to find out what's going on with all this stuff.
I think there's 6. There's 6 capsules, 6 locks.
Looks like all of the capsules have gold. I've got no idea.
Alright. He's saying the same thing every time. I'm just gonna skip it.
Looks like all of the capsules have gold keys in them. I've got no idea how many.
Oh, Pathia. Was that an autocorrect problem, Duke? I've never heard of Pathia curry either, though.
Looks like all of the I've got no idea.
Autocorrect has no respect
I'm so
for
close
curry.
to where I want to be. Why should I?
I'm guessing I have to use all 6 keys here. You should just do it automatically.
Ah, it fits here. I'm guessing that the keys in the other capsules could well fit too.
You think?
The locks are all undone.
Oh, nice. He
I
did
gotta
it.
be able to open the door now.
Alright, that means save time. Oh, crap. I think he's going in automatically? No, it just opened. Okay. Let's totally save it. I always forget the numlock doesn't work on this. Oh, you usually make a Japanese Java curry at home because it's the easiest, but I enjoy Indian curry and sauces when I dine out. So what's in the Java curry? There's not coffee, right? That'd be kind of weird. I don't think I've ever had like a Japanese curry. I've only had Indian. Usually with chicken.
Walls full of skulls. Who were these dead people and where are their bones? Did someone just take their heads? How come? And why are all the statues headless? Is there a connection? The closer we come to the truth, the more questions seem to come up.
Very creepy questions. Lots of heads,
Guy with no head again.
but headless statues.
This time, times 4. Did somebody not like him all that much? Mordred, maybe? He went round with his sword going chop, chop, chop.
Chop, chop, chop. Do you think we're going to chop off Valentina's head? When Mordred finally takes control of us?
That goes a hell of a long way down. This light reminds me of the cavern under the stone circle. Could there be a huge cave system under Willow Creek?
That'd be interesting.
Highway to hell. Damn, the route is crumbling. I hope it's gonna hold out for a bit.
So it's got mushrooms, shrimp, and veggies, and with steamed rice. That sounds delicious. I could see having it too much, you would get sick of it, though. That's the same with anything, right? So there was nothing to do in here. We're just looking at stuff. Oh, that looks promising.
I think we've reached the chapel.
I almost feel like I've come home here.
No, this chapel was built by Marcus and Mordred. It was their last cooperative work. It really is a sacred place.
Or they had
But
a falling
Mordred
out.
used it for his own dark purposes.
I doubt that.
All curries are good curries. I've never had a really spicy curry. I like spicy stuff, but it gives me the hiccups sometimes. I'm allergic to something.
A skeleton.
Those are Maria's remains, Mordred's wife.
Oh,
How do you know that?
That's a female skeleton. And you can see the sword tip in her ribcage. It broke off when Mordred murdered his wife.
we never knew what happened to her.
You're right. That's the tip of Mordred's sword. When Maria stood in the way, he murdered her. The tip broke off in the process and stuck in her chest.
See, Doan curries are evil? Is that one like too spicy or something? Or some curries are evil. I've had Thai curry a couple of times, and those can get real spicy if you ask for it. That might have been the first curry I ever had was a Thai curry.
No idea how deep the water is here, but I'm guessing that we're a long way below the water level.
Is Vindaloo's strength like a really spicy one? Maybe we have the same thing. It's weird though. Like jalapeno peppers, those will give me hiccups. I think it's like the seeds or whatever, but if I have, what do you call it? Wasabi, which is also a different kind of spicy, I have no problems at all. I can have tons of wasabi, never get hiccups.
This passage is full of rubble.
It's weird. So this passage is blocked off, but this passage looks like it's open. We can't even go that way.
The purest preaching platform. But for what kind of an audience? Nobody was supposed to find their way here. Everything's very weird.
Weird. Oh, never mind. That connects right here. Now I can see. I didn't even notice that before.
There's a whole bunch of hieroglyphics on the altar.
Uh-oh. Valentina's coming up. Is she going to betray me?
There's a sentence in Latin chiseled here. It means, at sunrise, the king sent his warriors into battle against the darkness.
Nice.
Unusual for an altar engraving.
Is that any use to us?
I don't know. Perhaps.
Something about sunrise. Uh-oh. This, I think, goes back to that original hieroglyphics we were looking at. It looks like we have to use that thing twice. I don't think we have all the information for that.
I'm pretty sure that there's some kind of method to what you enter here.
You think? You think I can't just brute force it? Let's talk to Valentina. It's been a while.
Valentina,
Yes.
Ask her about the chapel.
you know what's weird? There's light everywhere down here. Even burning candles.
Everything seems to be rather unearthly.
Especially with all the lights.
Yeah, why are everything
it
lit
could
up?
be that they come on when a certain door is open. But when was the mechanism for that installed? And by whom?
Or we're not the only ones who are wandering about down here.
Whatever the case, we still haven't reached our goal. Marcus thought that the way to the Black Mirror had been closed forever with the chapel.
But he hadn't reckoned with the genius of his brother.
Are you starting to admire Mordred?
Just take a look around. The castle up there suddenly seems tiny compared to all this
We are
down
kind of
here.
Mordred right now.
It's so imposing and overwhelming even. kinda majestic. The vaulted roof is just awesome, don't you think?
I don't think we should waste too much time hanging around.
So awesome. All right, let's go check out that drawing again. See if we can make some sense of this.
A whole load of symbols. Fish, crown, no idea, bones, and so on.
I wonder, is it supposed to be just the 6 items that we collected? Or maybe now we're doing the dead ones. Before I was picking them based on the ones that were standing. Maybe now we're doing the ones that are lying down. I don't know why I would do that, but... honestly, I've forgotten what items that I even had. That's probably not it, because I don't think he wrote it down. So there's no end to all this puzzling. I can't believe that Marcus built all of it himself. The whole thing looks like it has grown over time. Like the following generations of Guardians had added onto it over the years. Whenever anyone like Samuel came close to the mirror, the Guardians stopped them and built in new barriers such as doors and puzzles. There seems to be a new mechanism even in the altar. The symbols on it resemble those above the scales. Okay, so there is some correlation. He said the symbols above the scales. Is he talking about this section over here? Honestly, I'm not sure how to correlate the two right now. I don't see anything distinctive on this that lets me think, oh, that's linked with that. Let me try having Valentina look at it one more time.
I don't know all the symbols, but they seem to be describing something. At least it looks like they've been divided into 7 groups. Perhaps each of the symbol sequences describes one of the people on the upper... The one lying here has a crown. Could well be a king. The other, a warrior perhaps. Symbolically both rather unpopular. The standing ones seem to be normal people. The one here could probably even be a priest. This one here could be a hunter.
Okay, so we had what, a warrior, a king, priest, and a hunter.
7 people, all a little different. Could they perhaps represent different societal groups from their time back then? 3 people are lying down, 4 are standing. In the middle, there's an altar chiseled in. The one lying here has the standing ones seem 7 people, 3 people. The standing.
Okay, so I think there's just 2 things that she says.
I don't know, at least perhaps each 7 people, 3 people are lying. The one lying here has a crown.
King,
the
warrior,
standing ones seem to be normal people.
Priest, hunter. Okay, so that's 4. Maybe we can do something with that information. Let's go back to the altar. Actually, I never had her look at it. She might have a different idea. Ooh. It's a Hong Kong style curry with fried fish fillet served with rice. That sounds
here,
really good.
At sunrise, the king sent his warriors into battle against
That's going to be the
the
important part.
darkness.
Didn't we see a crown earlier?
And a round shield. The symbols are the same as those in the first chamber.
Here we go. So the king at sunrise sends his warriors into darkness. Is that what she said?
It says here, at sunrise,
Battle against darkness.
the symbols are this.
Really what we're trying to do right now, Relentless, is stop this curse. So the curse of the Gordon family has now possessed Adrian, who was the guy from the second game back when we called him Darren. And we're basically just trying to get rid of it. We're in the catacombs underneath the Gordon family castle, and we're trying to find wherever all this evil is coming from and basically just destroy it, I think. Okay, so we got the king. Sunrise. Oh, that was weird. At sunrise, the king sends his warrior. Which one's warrior? Warriors. Oh, so there's a certain order that we have to do that. Trump has given an address for the NASA stuff? Why? Okay, sunrise, the king sends his warriors. Let me reread that again. I think we have to basically recreate that story using
I'm pretty
those.
sure that there's some kind of...
Oops. I need her to read it.
Maybe Valentina can take a look at it.
Let's see. If I was cursed with possession, I would simply charge rent. What if it can't pay you? How are you going to kick him out? Am I overthinking it? It did.
Says here, at sunrise, the king sent his warriors into battle against the darkness.
I did
The
notice,
symbols are
though,
the same as those in the first chamber.
I hit sunrise and then king, and it did let me press them in that order. Like, check it out. If I go this one randomly, and then that, it's gone. But if I go sunrise, then king, it allows it. Sent? No. What could sent mean? Or maybe I'm just picking all the items that we found before. We found an arrowhead. Is that? No. Found a fish. No. Yes, so the order has to matter. Sunrise, the king sent his warriors. But maybe that guy might be a warrior. Guess it may be a shield? But then I don't even know how many I need to click. We had 6
You can press
items,
in
right?
these hieroglyphics. Most probably in a certain sequence.
You know what? Let's go back to that other thing. Maybe now that we know the saying, we can correlate something to that. Maybe one of these columns or rows will correspond to the story. Okay, at sunrise, the king sent his warriors into battle. I don't even see the sunrise symbol here, but I think the sunrise is definitely the first one we're supposed to click on. Yeah, none of these are sunrise. There's a king symbol at the beginning of this. Would that be the order? King, bread, house, boat, shield, chalice. I don't see any other crowns on here. Well, we could try it. King, bread, house, boat. I'm just going to try a few. King, bread, house, boat. Starting with sunrise. King, bread, house. Alright, so sunrise, king, bread. I thought it was bread, boat. I might need a hint. Aether. I'm probably going on the wrong path, although I feel like I could brute force this at this point if I had to. But let me go back to that symbol again.
Maybe Valentina can take.
Bread was correct. Oh, physically connected. Okay. It doesn't necessarily match up to the story, I guess. Or even the symbols that we found. So sunrise, the king. Maybe at home. Sends his warriors on a boat. through the water. No. I'm just making up a story here. Sunrise, the king eats in his house, sends his boat. They have shields. And some sticks. Damn it. Boat. They have a shield that they hold up with their bones. It's gonna be the best story you've ever heard, guys. They got a shield and they're drinking because they're warriors and they're drinking the blood of the innocent. No. They're drinking, banging their chalices with their hammer. I meant banging their chalices with their axe that they just used to style their cool mohawk. And they got some swords and some bow and arrows, of course. And another shield. And they got bow and arrow because they're holding a lot of weapons and it's going to be nighttime and they should go home. Okay, we're done. Nailed it. Piece of cake. And I understand they need to be connected. I'm not quite sure.
Wow.
All the reasoning. There's probably something I missed. Cool. I wish the game had more of those little cutscenes, you know? I don't know. I always loved those in those old school games. My new favorite story. It's a bedtime story. Read that to your kids when they're going to bed. Okay, let's save it before I get killed down there. So the story named the points of the way, you just had to walk across everything in its path. So I guess warrior would have been just all of the weapons, right? And I guess the guy with the mohawk as well. So whenever we saw one of those, we had to do it. And the nighttime with the darkness, that made sense. Definitely wasn't one-to-one. We just had to get all the way to the other side.
We're
Ooh.
definitely not in the catacombs anymore. This looks more like an alchemy
This
laboratory.
looks pretty cool.
I've been here before.
Mordred?
No, as a child. I've got a kind of faint memory of it.
It's a kid.
Have a look around. Perhaps it'll come back to you more strongly.
Yeah.
It's a big fireplace. We've seen snippets of this.
That's it. That's the hole that Angelina fell into as a child. I climbed in after her, but it's blocked up now. No wonder I couldn't find it up on the surface.
And how did you two get back out of there? Through the catacombs?
No. Bates. Oh, it was him. He got us out and then filled in the hole.
Master Bates.
But before that, we were at the portal.
So Bates
we were
knew all
standing
about
right
this.
in front of it. It's behind this door.
Had Angelina opened it?
I'm not sure anymore.
But we're close. Bates was behind it all.
Prima Materia, Planet Metals, Basilisk. Welcome to Discworld.
Discworld, that's a funny reference. I've never read it or played it, but I know there's a point-and-click adventure game called Discworld out there. Yeah, maybe he just got us out through the same hole that we came in. I was assuming when he said he got us out, he just came down here, but that would mean he knew about all this, right?
That's a depiction of a soul key.
So many things to look at.
Oh, a real witch's kitchen. Mordred would definitely have ended up being burned at the stake sooner or later.
Nice, funny thing, nice. You should read them again? Oh, wait for what, Tuesday? What were you looking at? So if Bates was behind it all, maybe Angelina setting fire to the castle was to protect us. Ooh, while getting rid of him at the same time. Maybe this lady really is Bad News Bears. That's an interesting theory, Tuesday. So maybe Angelina was actually good That would go against everything we've thought the entire game. That'd be crazy. We have over here.
There are water basins everywhere here. Mordred must have been a bit of a clean freak.
You gotta wash your hands when you're doing your evil alchemy.
Those are really nasty looking gargoyles. Worse than those fiendish things from the academy. Great. Even more tea kettles.
Hey, Bates likes tea. It's okay.
Aw, Mordred's tea kettle. How cute. Ruler of the underworld or not, 5 o'clock was tea time. Oh, maybe there are some 800-year-old homemade cookies here too.
Ooh. So if Bates was evil, which I'm not saying he was, but if he was, it's kind of strange that that new guy, Edward, wanted to work at this castle so bad, you know? Like, why this castle? That's interesting. Even though it's dilapidated and falling apart, maybe he is part of that weird butler society taking control.
A real witch's kitchen. Mordred would definitely have ended up being burned at the stake sooner or later.
He's a plant. There we go. Inside job, right? Uh-oh. We got a sword. Watch out, Andy.
These are the best blades in the land, forged by the most skillful of smiths.
I love that voice.
Much too good for those butchers that my brother calls soldiers.
Adrian, you're scaring me. Please, put that away.
And yet, they're nothing compared to my sword.
Uh-oh.
Adrian? Adrian, stop it!
Huh? What?
It's all right. Everything's okay. Just put the sword down and then everything will be fine. From now on, we'll have to watch out you don't pick up a sword again, okay? You're not going to go near a sword again, Adrian. Do you understand? We don't want you having an accident or anything, do we?
Okay, Sister Valentina. Is there a reason you're talking to me like some kind of wacko?
Yeah.
None. Apart from the fact that you look like one and are behaving like one. Your eyes have turned black again, and you're fiddling about with a sword, and you're speaking like Mordred. Now then, please do us both a favor and keep your fingers away from sharp-edged weapons.
What's funny is I thought that our eyes were always black. You just told us that our eyes are black again. I didn't remember they ever going back to normal. Okay, so don't click on these. Oh, is today like a national queer day or something, Kate? Let's see, I was really confused all of a sudden. I was like, how the hell do y'all know my real name? Different Kate, different Kate.
Whoa, a real witch's kitchen.
We already looked at that before. Every day is Happy Queer Day, that is true.
A lectern. What kind of a book is that? A monoculus pater omnis delesmi totius? Ugh, no idea. All in Latin.
It's like an unbirthday. Every day is a good reason to celebrate.
That definitely must have looked nicer way back when, but it's very solidly built. If it had been damper down here, then the beams would have rotted away ages ago.
There's just so many different holidays people have created. More like, they're almost like social media holidays, you know? Like, you won't find them in any calendar. They're just kind of like there, and you can find them online. But like, National Take Your Dog to the Beach Day, or something like that. It probably exists. So we looked at everything with Adrian. We should probably look at things with Valentina, because she gets a different perspective.
Could represent a scepter. A stove. The shaft once led outside, so there was a shortcut then. That's not ordinary soil. Looks like there is tar mixed in with it. Somebody wanted to be sure.
Oh, and that one too. Oh my goodness, funny thing, don't forget, Unicorn Day! Or should I say, Unicorn Day! That was so much fun. I loved how into it Therapy got with playing that unicorn game and actually dressing up. That was super cool. Thank you again so much, Funny Thing.
The book is open at the homunculus chapter.
Homunculus?
Is that a coincidence, or was Mordred busy creating an artificial life? Strange.
Nice catch, Blaze. I wasn't even sure if you were still here, Blaze. That's awesome. Poof, out of nowhere. Token. Summoned. Good catch.
Hacked out the stone wall and filled with groundwater. Ought to be drinkable. Only the lighting makes me a little suspicious.
Oh, that makes sense, Blaze. I did not put two and two get together. That makes total sense. Nice.
Interesting stonemasonry. The faces are supported by hands.
So nothing
A
huge.
sublimation vessel for using an athena, a
Dun,
special
dun,
alchemist's
dun.
oven. I've never seen such a good one before. Bellissima.
Now for emote only, it only affects people that are not VIP. So for everybody that is VIP, just follow along. Bam. Emote only. Oh gosh, I hope that I don't get stuck and need help desperately, because you guys can't help me for 5 minutes. I'm on my own. Unless you guys are really creative with emotes and you can actually describe something, like throw a symbol. I mean, there's so many emotes out there, it might work. It could be possible to really communicate with me.
A really fine alchemy laboratory. There's virtually everything there that they used to use back then. But I doubt that Mordred was interested in creating gold. The flasks point rather more to him being a blender of poisons.
Almost like if I was trying to solve a puzzle and you guys like, you need the frying pan or something, and like somebody has a frying pan one. Hey Zivtork, how's it going? You've jumped in at emote only time. Good timing.
A considerable sword collection. Mordred must have been quite a weapons appassionato.
Except for Robocadia. Robocadia does not respect emote only.
A considerable.
Just a tragedy. What's a tragedy? What did I do?
They must have the Tabula Smardina.
What if I
here,
failed?
The fundamental text for alchemy. Eco. Here it is. The Smardina tablet. The alchemist's Bible. But I'd better not touch the book. It would fall apart at the smallest touch.
What is it, like about to
Like
turn to
nearly
dust?
Everything here.
Okay, I think we've looked at everything. I guess we could try the door.
I don't like secret doors.
Well, if you don't like secret doors, you're gonna have a lot of problems with this place.
So, how did Angelina just get in that time?
So I don't really see a puzzle. Are we supposed to use an item somewhere? What's going on?
Oh, a real witch's kitchen.
Maybe we should talk to Valentina. We might get a hint.
Valentina,
Yes.
Oh, we have a couple topics. What about this laboratory?
have you got any idea what all this machinery and stuff down here is for?
That's a perfectly equipped alchemy laboratory. Mordred was a man of science.
He's certainly not going to be able to help me with my physics studies. Alchemists were only bothered about creating gold.
That's not correct. There were definitely alchemists who worked on other things too.
Oh yeah, opening demon gates. I'd forgotten.
That's always fun.
They also tried to concoct healing potions, or the opposites, poisons.
They were definitely more successful at the latter.
Yeah. Whenever I hear anything about alchemists, I always think of that game we played, Shadow of Destiny, with Ike with the super long legs. Because half the game was about that alchemist and what he had done, bringing that homunculus into the world. I always get a kick out of that. Let's ask her about the dagger. Oh, maybe that's the key.
Are you gonna let me take a look at your dagger?
What? No, definitely not.
I think I know how to open the door. It's quite simple.
Uh-oh.
All right then. I hope you know what you're doing.
We're just gonna stab her?
What are you doing there?
There was a door in the academy. It can only be opened with the blood of a Gordon. My blood.
That makes more sense.
When I wanted to help Angelina as a child back then, I cut myself. That's why I was able to open the door.
I totally thought we were gonna stab her.
One further reason why only you can be the Guardian.
I love the angry Georgie with those hands. That's amazing. You guys have some really cool emotes. I like them.
Let me go first.
Why?
I don't know what might happen when Mordred sees his beloved mirror again. Think about that thing with the swords.
Okay.
Oh, movie time. This could be it, guys. That's creepy.
Can you see that?
Yes.
What does it mean? Is that Mordred? Or is that me?
Okay, emote only is off.
Why do I
Good timing with that.
touch the mirror?
No, it's Mordred who wants to make you do that. Don't touch the mirror, ever!
That's a big
Okay,
mirror.
Okay.
The reflection shows your soul, and the part of Mordred that's within you.
Days of Dark.
Mordred? But why does he look like one of these shades?
Mordred's soul is still trapped behind the mirror. What you have in you is the shade of Mordred's soul. We somehow got to send Mordred's soul back into the Black Mirror, and do that without setting it free.
Okay. But how then? Haven't we just had an exorcism that went all wrong?
Yeah, it was terrible.
No, not an exorcism. We need something else. Are you sure there's nothing in Mordred's book you've overlooked?
Yeah, absolutely. I can show it to you if you want. These pages. There's some writing appearing.
Oh.
That must be Mordred's notes. But how come there's something there all of a
It
sudden?
was empty
The
before,
mirror
remember?
must have activated it, maybe?
If you believe my ancestors, it's possible that the soul leaves the mirror if the shade is already bound in this world. A reunion of soul and shade would constitute an unimaginable power potential. The soul belonging to the powerful and feared by all King Armundor is exactly the right one for my son to be made into, and what he would have become if my brother had not blah blah. The guy definitely would have benefited from a few sessions with Dr. Winterbottom. But hold it, there's something else here. Everything is prepared. Armundor's bones lie upon the altar. His shade will soon be bound to them. Nothing more stands in the way of the crossing over of his soul. Now all that has to happen is for the boy to be freed from the yoke of his contaminated soul.
So we don't have any instructions. It just says after everything is prepared, you can complete the process of transferring this Armudar, what was he, a king or something, into the sun. Soul and Shade, Hollow Knight achievement flashbacks. Did you get 100% of the achievements in that game? I've heard that game is very long, very difficult. I also dig the creepy face. This is the face that appears on the screen every once in a while when we start to go crazy.
Soul transfer. Mordred's soul shade and me. Yes, of course. That's his plan. He's lured me here so that his ritual can be completed, and his soul can cross over into my body.
I thought he was already
That's
doing that.
exactly what the curse has been for.
Only Mordred hadn't reckoned with his soul shade landing in a Guardian's body. That's the only reason you've held out for so long.
But that doesn't help us all that much. If we release this shade that's inside me, Mordred's soul will then enter me.
Shh. Adrian, I think I got an idea. Let me think about it for a minute.
What's her idea? You did get all the achievements, but something went wrong and I had to regain them, so now I'm stuck on the last one. Oh, is it like a weird... Is it a bug that's keeping you, or is the last one just really hard? You're the chosen one, Adrian. Alright, I'm still not sure if I trust her, but I don't distrust her as much as I did before.
Adrian's reflection is a mix of his own soul and Mordred's soul shade. I don't have any better way of describing it. There's absolutely no way Adrian's soul can be allowed to lose the struggle against Mordred's shade. But what is on the other side? Only Mordred's soul? Or has Adrian got one of those soul shades as well?
That would be interesting.
Can you read me the section about the shades from the Book of the Guardians, please?
The ancients' graves are watched over by their shades.
Hey,
their
Con.
fate has been thus for thousands of years now, with no end ever envisaged. They were born in death, and it is death they wish to spread. The ancients forced them into our world. Thus, they don't belong here. They can be neither caught nor appeased. However, the light from the green flame unsettles them. It drives them into the darkness. One should not come too close to them there. Their power is old, very old.
That's like the other puzzle that we did, talking about the shades, and we used the light to push them around. Which, by the way, guys, check this out. I can't believe this is still a thing. But Georgie's still right there. He's still napping. He's been here like the entire time. It's been, what, almost 3 hours? Georgie. Won't wake him up. He's napping. Such a good boy. It's nice. Usually nobody hangs out with me.
A shade is created in every case when somebody dies. But not in this world, but behind the mirror.
So we shouldn't have a shade because we haven't died.
I
Very
know from
sleepy
the
boy.
Vatican files that there were human sacrifices here in order to see if their souls were good or evil. The same sort of idea as witch burning. Mordred wrote that a soul could leave the mirror if its shade was already bound here, which is exactly the case here now. So, if Adrian were to die here, then Mordred would win. Adrian's soul would have been freed from eternity, and his body would take on Mordred's soul. But we have to get Mordred's soul shade out of Adrian one way or another. We absolutely have to make sure Mordred's actual soul can't leave the mirror. And Adrian's soul has to stay where it is.
Sounds right?
Texan, I'm nobody. Just hanging. You are somebody, Texan. You guys are all somebody. Somebody awesome. Okay, I heard the notebook, I think, updated a couple times. It was making that weird noise. Okay, the Black Mirror. We made it. The Black Mirror stands before us. The Shade Portal. Now it's down to Valentina. Hope she knows what's to be done.
I don't know who or what they're supposed to represent. They're really imposing.
Of course, they are headless. I like that. Nobody is nobody. Everybody is somebody. Oh, we can go... Oh, that's back to the laboratory. Okay, we don't need to do...
It feels like this cavern has been here since the dawn of time.
Is it just me, or is that a really crappy mirror? From this side, anyway. It doesn't look like a mirror. That just looks like a rock, doesn't it? But in the cutscene, they could see through it. But right now, it just looks like a big broken side of a mountain or something.
There's nothing to discuss with Adrian right now.
Maybe it's a black mirror. It's not even black. That's more like a rusty brown, reddish color.
This altar has so much blood on it.
I don't see any blood.
This.
I'm able to see in my mind everything that happened on this altar. Having Mordred in your head eclipses any horror film, and I don't feel any revulsion. None at all. If Valentina doesn't come up with something soon, he's won.
I hope I'm not on
No,
a timer.
I have to pull myself together, or else all of our efforts are going to be in vain. Those are the same statues as in the room with the scales.
Oh yeah, every time that he's riding, she's just kind of like, come on, go, let's keep it moving.
I'm able to see in my mind. I know.
Maybe there's an item I can use here.
It goes one heck of a long way down. I can't see the bottom.
Let's see what we have. We have the tip of the sword that was used to kill Mordred's wife. We got this floppy disk with a game on it. That's going to be useful. She has adrenaline, which we're probably going to have to use. The dagger, which... sacrificial stuff, right? And matches. I don't really know what the end goal of this is. Do I have to look back at Mordred's book again?
If you believe my ancestors, it's possible that the soul leaves the mirror if the shade is already bound in this world.
We already
a
read this.
reunion of soul and shade.
That's very true, Con. And yeah, writing can be great therapy. Let me try doing something with the sword. No. How about if we put the book down? He said that it was all up to her now. So like she has to do something. What if you kill Adrian? That would be bad.
No. The poison first. And if everything goes okay, then I'll inject the adrenaline.
The poison first? Is that a hint? Or you might need to kill her. I think she shouldn't have told me that. So I think what we're supposed to do maybe is... maybe we're going to trick Mordred. We're going to pretend like we're dying with poison, and then she's going to inject adrenaline into him to wake him up, and then Mordred's plan will be screwed up. He'll be out of the mirror, and then we can finish him off or something. he basically has a little bit, Aether. He isn't writing, all work and no play makes Adrian a dull boy. Ah, the Shining. He's been kind of pulling a Shining thing for the last few chapters. Oh, poison on the tip? Let me check that sword. I figured we're going to have to do something in here to make a poison.
Adrian, have another look in Mordred's book. Maybe there's more there now.
Oh, here we go.
I did not want him to die. I wanted to save him from his wretched fate. I wanted to make him my son again. My son, no bastard from the loins of my cursed brother. I have kept to the ritual exactly. Everything has worked well, only I was unable to bring a beat back to his heart. I tried everything, all in vain.
He didn't have
From
adrenaline.
now on, I am quite alone. There is no one whom I can initiate. Marcus has taken everything from me, and now I shall take everything from him. I must make haste. My sword. First, I have to conclude the experiment with it. It appears that I have created a shade for it. That could mean that I can use it on the other side. If I succeed in crossing to the other side without dying, then I will rule both sides.
Well, that's what we need to do
Strange as
then.
the black stain on the blade. Since its contact with the other side, the black is spreading inexorably.
So maybe there is something funny thing on the tip of that sword. Talks about this strange black stain on the blade.
Rituals, experiments with a sword. What the hell was Mordred doing here?
It sounds like he was trying out an ancient druidic soul transfer ritual. on his own son.
A soul transfer? He simply murdered him.
Does it give the procedure for the ritual in the book by any chance?
No.
Was there a table of contents in that book?
That's the tip of Mordred's sword. When Maria stood in the way, he murdered her. The tip broke off in the process and stuck in her chest.
Okay, I don't think there's poison on that. But that makes me think, okay, maybe instead of bringing Mordred out, we are supposed to go into the mirror, where we're kind of in between life and death, finish off Mordred, and then she'll use adrenaline to bring us back. Nope, not in the table of contents. Oh well. Come on, Mordred, label your book better.
Whoa, a real witch's...
Maybe she knows something more about the alchemy stuff.
I could give Adrian something to really slow his heartbeat down.
There we go.
Like a poison. Then, that would have to free Mordred's soul from Adrian's body.
Let's do it.
But then, Adrian's soul would be freed as well. And he'd die. It could be possible to resuscitate him with adrenaline. I will only have to give him a small shot into a vein soon after. At that time, Mordred wasn't in a position to do that. Nobody knew about adrenaline back then. Today, it's possible. It's dangerous for sure, but it's the only possibility I can see right now. I'd better not say anything about it to Adrian, for now.
You just said it right next to him. Hopefully you were thinking that. I know, it's for a good cause. You gotta break some eggs to make an omelet, right?
Even more cupels and serpentines. This is where Mordred mixed his recipes.
So if she's not going to tell him about the plan, is she just going to do it?
Then, but I'd better not.
All I can do is look at it. I can't actually do anything. And it keeps making that noise. Ooh, maybe we use the dagger and get some poison on it. Or over here. No. Oh, I can't even look at that stuff. Okay. Something with the swords?
Adrian's shade needs a weapon to conquer Mordred. But I'm afraid that an ordinary blade isn't going to do the job. Mordred's already dead. And you can't pass a weapon through the mirror just like that. Wait. Adrian, what was that just now in Mordred's book about his sword?
It says, strange is the black stain on the blade. Since its contact with the other side, the black is spreading inexorably.
So that wasn't poison.
And here, it appears that I have created a shade for it. That could mean that I could use it on the other side.
That's it. We need Mordred's sword.
Can't be all that difficult. Find a sword with a black stain.
It's her only weakness. I love that. Where else have we found a sword? There's this.
That's the tip of Mordred's sword. When Maria stood in the way, he murdered her.
Wait, wasn't there a sword back at the entrance? Like on the floor? Or is that my imagination? I thought there was one way back here. Like on the floor. Now I don't see it there. Maybe we picked... Oh, it was a puzzle piece. That's right. Never mind. Grab that sword. What do you guys think? We need a black sword. Is there anything in here? They're each holding swords. We can't look at those. Maybe we can touch the dagger to the black mirror. Will that, like, corrupt it? Oh, she can't even do that. We can combine things in one person's inventory, but not two different people's inventories. So like the stuff that Valentina has, it's only for her, and the stuff that he has can only be combined in his inventory. So we can combine like the sword with the book or something, but that is all. There we go. Break your leg and use your femur to make a sword. Good luck in the Shade World with only one leg. Do you even need legs in the Shade World? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to save it again real quick because I'm a little worried that when I click on this, he's going to kill her. Well, let's try to grab a sword again.
It's better for me to keep my hands off them.
Okay, good.
Whoa, a real win.
Then, but at that it's dangerous. I'd better not say anything.
What is that noise it plays every time? It's like I did something good, but it keeps doing it every time. Can we use this for the alchemy table? No. What about our matches? I don't really see what we can combine to finish it up. Okay, well, I expected the game to be over by now. It's already 3 o'clock, so I'm going to take a little break. I haven't had a restroom break or food break since we started, so we'll take a little break here. I just saved it, and when we come back, we'll wrap this up. It might just be a we're trying to creep you out noise. That's true. It might not be making progress. So let's do a quick game of some stream animals, guys, while I can get some food and use the restroom. Spider bursts. Always the optimum. We're gonna beat this game, right? I couldn't believe how long it's taken. All right, let's do battle mode. We haven't done battle mode yet this week, I don't think. All right, now if you've never played before, this game is super easy. You just have to type !join or any of those animal names over there, and you can pick that particular animal. I usually go with the fox, but you can just go random too. And even if you can't play right now, you can also type auto, !auto, and the game will play itself just kind of through random, oh yeah, sorry, let me fix that screen size. It's kind of off, isn't it? I always forget when I switch between these two games. It doesn't match up right. There we go. Now you guys should be able to see it all. So yeah, I will be right back in just a few minutes, earn some tokens. I'll see you in a little bit. And then there were 4. I actually thought I had a chance that last game. I got down to like the last 3 or 4 people. Brandon did not help me. Oh, Tuesday. And I saw in the chat earlier, expand is way too overpowered. I agree. All right, Kath, Relentless, or Diddy? I was second. Oh, so close. Welcome back. Hey, guys. Having a Pellegrino. Just sparkling water. So do you guys prefer battle mode or the standard mode, or do you like mixing it up? I don't think most people prefer the dash mode. That one's a little tough. Yes, the flavored Pellegrinos are really good. This one is dark Morello cherry and pomegranate. It's pretty good. You prefer the battle blaze? You liked the one the other day? Yeah, so the classic mode is a little bit simpler. You don't have to worry about the power-ups, and it's more about just surviving and like placement, you know? Gosh, like everybody's knocked out. What happened? I mean, you guys are all in the safe spot. You don't have to worry about drops. It's pretty much whoever gets an attack off first. Although, Kath has the switch. Diddy has that hammer that stuns people. I don't think any of you guys can knock each other off yet. You have to wait for the next round of power-up. So it's really, at this point, whoever gets the best power-up. And they're knocked out. Oh, Diddy, you got this. You got this. Because there aren't normal disasters in this mode, right? There's no wind, there's no animals. So, I don't think... Well, Kath and Relentless could smack Diddy to keep Diddy from using the expand. There is wind. Okay, so never mind. It is still anyone's game. Oh, well, we did wind. I think that was in the standard mode. I don't think the wind shows up in the battle mode. So Diddy couldn't use the ability because Diddy was knocked out. Oh, in the previous game that we just did today. Okay, well, good. That mixes it up then. I was thinking like, oh, they have that cool power-up. There's nobody that can do anything. Now Relentless has the expand. That's good then. It's not just up to the power-ups when you get to the end here on who wins. You ready to see some people fly? Poof! Game over. Congratulations, Relentless. Now, where does that put you on the leaderboard real quick? So Blaze 1-1 and Relentless 1-1 today. That's awesome. And you are currently tied for second place in battle mode with 3. And then the gap between second and first is huge. Blaze with 11 wins. Holy crap. That's awesome. Let's see. Ignoring? Oh, what did I ignore? That you guys saying that the wind was in the battle mode in the last game? I saw what you guys had said. Expand is way too OP. You just have to be anywhere near the other players. Boom, you win. All right, guys. Let's do this. Let's finish this up. We are so close. I have to fix the screen real quick. I know it's going to get all jacked up. It'll be small. There we go. Fix that size. There we go. You got lucky with the expand in the beginning and right at the end. You got it twice in one game. It's like the purple shell in Mario Kart, pretty much. All right, so we know we need to poison Adrian to slow his heartbeat so he can travel to the Shade World, but she doesn't want to tell him about it. Can we talk to him? Oh, maybe that's what I didn't do. I need to talk to him to convince him to do something without letting him know.
There's nothing to discuss with Adrian right now.
Never mind. What about the other way around?
I wouldn't know what I might ask her.
Never mind. Okay. So she can look at the alchemy table. She says she knows what she needs to do, but she shouldn't tell Adrian. What about the beams up here?
The beams don't seem to be weight-bearing elements. But what are they for then? Perhaps they had damp cloth stretched across them because of the smoke that would always be coming from the alchemy experiments.
That would make sense. Yeah, she probably doesn't want to tell Mordred. Touché. But we still need Adrian to be part of the plan, right? So we know what she needs to do. Last time I was Adrian said, at least in his notebook, he said it's down to Valentina. So I don't know what he thinks he needs to do.
Oh, a real witch's.
We looked at that before. Maybe there's something I missed up here.
I'm able to see in my mind everything that happened on this altar. Having Mordred in your head eclipses any horror film. And I don't feel any revulsion. None at all. If Valentina doesn't come up with something soon, he's won. No, I have to pull myself together, or else all of our efforts are going to be in vain.
He makes it sound like he's waiting for Valentina to do something. Just don't tell him, Relentless. Just subtly poison him. Slowly, over the course of days. We could check the book again. Maybe I missed something.
If you believe my ancestors, it's possible that the soul leaves the mirror if the shade is already bound in this world. A reunion of soul and shade would constitute an unimaginable power potential. The soul belonging to the powerful and feared by all King Armundor is exactly the right one for my son to be made into, and what he would have become if my brother had not blah blah.
I love that. Blah,
The guy
blah,
definitely
blah.
would have benefited from a few sessions with Dr. Winterbottom. But hold it. There's something else here. Everything is prepared. Armundor's bones lie upon the altar. His shade will soon be bound to them. Nothing more stands in the way of the crossing over of his soul. Now all that has
Bones
to
on the
happen
altar.
is for the boy to be freed from the yoke of his contaminated soul. I did not want him to die.
Wait, get out of here. Bones on the altar. Maybe we're supposed to grab the skeleton of Maria. That would be a twist. No, John. You're too brilliant for the game. It's not an option.
Kind of unearthly. The water seems to be lit up, but I can't see a light source.
The twist. When I heard bones on the altar, I'm like, hey, there's a skeleton right here. No. We have a sword, no bones. And she doesn't have any bones. Oh, how did I miss this? It's right here. No wonder. I just skipped an item. Probably bones in here. Is this Marcus?
A stone coffin with a skeleton in it.
If we were to believe the Book of the Guardians, that was once Mordred.
Hey Mordred, how does it feel to be looking into your
This is
own
Mordred.
grave?
Okay.
Huh, you two are getting closer. Please excuse me.
Grab them bones.
Mordred's grave.
Mordred's remains. According to Mordred, he used the bones of the dead to bring their shades into this world and then keep them here. So, we could lure Mordred's shade out of Adrian by using his bones.
Nice.
Just like he once did with that king.
Bones, ritual,
Adrian,
poison, possession.
We need Mordred's bones for the ritual. Can you do that?
Yeah? In one piece?
Just remember how they all go together, and then lay them on the altar in the same layout.
Is this going to be
Okay, I
bone
think I
puzzle?
know how we're going to do this.
I can't wait.
Right. The Black Mirror seems to be a portal into another world. A kind of shade world. If a human dies anywhere near the portal, then a shade is born on the other side of the mirror. At the same time, there are two possibilities for that person's soul. If they were of pure heart, their soul shade remains behind the Black Mirror, and their soul...
Fly shade free up to heaven?
It's free, yes, but if that person was evil, then their soul is sucked from their shade into the mirror.
And then?
It's trapped. The souls in the mirror are slaves to the shades. They can become their instruments to be exploited.
She knows an awful lot.
Oh, that means that the shades are only evil if their soul was too.
Marcus was supposed to have battled his way through an army of shades before he killed his brother. Mordred has found out how to bring shades through the portal.
Okay, but Mordred's shade is already out. You can see that clearly from my reflection.
Correct. Therefore, his soul is more or less defenseless and alone behind the mirror, and is just waiting until it can come through.
And that might happen if I touch the mirror. Is that it?
That, we don't want to find out. Therefore, we can bind Mordred's shade to his mortal remains. Doing that stops the shade from getting in our way, at least. And then your shade, Adrian, can take over Mordred's soul. Or even better, destroy it.
My shade? I thought a shade only comes into being when somebody dies.
Now we're gonna tell
You
him.
do have to die.
Okay. And why didn't you let me jump from the roof then? That would have been more comfortable.
Then you would be irretrievably dead. Adrian, I will resuscitate you. If your body shuts down for a few minutes, your soul will... How can I say this?
Yeah, okay.
Be free. I know there are plenty of near-death experience reports, which confirm this. A soul shade will generate simultaneously on the other side of the mirror.
Won't that cause some kind of brain damage?
Don't worry, Adrian. The human brain can get by for a few minutes without a heartbeat.
Don't
Your
worry.
soul will return to your body just as soon as you have a heartbeat again. It's not the first time I've come across this. Near-death experiences are usually what has happened when people believe that God has spoken to them.
Okay, and then? Is my soul shade supposed to strangle Mordred?
No. We know that Mordred has made the sword usable on the other side. To put it better, the soul-like mirror reflection. You'll take it to the other side and be able to kill Mordred's soul with it. Shades are stronger there than they are here.
Have I got this right? Souls are strong here, and the soul shades are weak?
Exactly, and the other way around too. Which means that Mordred's soul is very weak on the other side.
Well, that sounds like there's some absurd logic to it.
Yeah.
And what's the story with Mordred's shade then?
We'll keep it outside the mirror using the bones, so that it can't cross over to defend his soul. After that, the same thing ought to happen to the shade that happens to a soul when the body dies.
It'll go back into the mirror.
But there would still be a problem.
Yeah?
You need Mordred's sword, and apart from the broken tip. I don't know where that is.
It's a problem.
In the book, there was something about a blackness that came out from the sword, spreading itself even further.
Of course. That's why Greg and Steve had problems with that. The tea room, the fungus. There was a constant problem there with the damage, apparently, coming from the extinguishing water after the fire.
Then the sword has to be there. I'll go and get
Stop. You're not going to lay a hand on any kind of sword, and especially not one of Mordred's. I'll get it. I need to get the book from the library anyway. One about poisons. These down here are somewhat out of date.
it. And what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
You could lay out Mordred's skeleton on the altar. See you soon.
Dude, I don't know about leaving him alone here. We're gonna come back and he's gonna be totally possessed. When did she learn the art of teleportation? How did she get here so quick? And the way Valentina described that, it's like, I do this every Tuesday. It's totally fine, Adrian. Nothing to worry about. Poisoning, shifting souls around with shades. Yeah, totally normal.
With a little imagination, you can see the fungus mark is in the shape of a sword. That has to be the right place.
I always thought there was something up with
being
this.
held together by wallpaper. The rest of it is totally rotten.
And luckily she has a dagger to cut this thing out. She's the sword Nazi. No sword for you! Yeah, did Mordred catch all that? That's a good point, Con.
One sword with a broken tip. Mordred's sword.
Uh-oh. Do we need some super glue to put it back together? I mean, even without a tip, a sword is pretty dangerous.
Mordred's sword. Centuries old. The tip's broken off.
Oh, I love that relentless. They do that in so many different things where you have like 2 copies of somebody and this one's like, no, it's me. No, it's me. And you have to find out which is the real one to kill. But that one says, don't shoot me. And the friend goes, the real blank would never turn down a chance to die. That's funny. Okay, can I just go back to him and do work? Maybe she'll just teleport back down.
I can never remember the arrangement of the bones. I hardly ever paid attention in biology.
Grab him. I don't care.
I can never remember the arrangement.
Wait. Do we need to like... Oh, we gotta take a picture. That makes sense.
There are just too few pictures of you, Mordred.
Who here is good at biology? This is gonna go great. I want to see it.
A photo of Mordred's remains.
Yeah, there we go. Not as gruesome as I expected. What could possibly go wrong?
I'll just take the big bones. All the bones from the hands and feet have already turned to dust. I hope that's not gonna upset Mordred's soul shade.
He's gonna be defenseless. He has no hands and feet. What is he gonna do? Headbutt us, I guess? Bite us? Alright, let's go put this on the altar and... already half-assing it. It was quick. Without Valentina here to keep us, you know, doing a good job. Yeah, we're just gonna totally phone this in. That's true, he could grow more limbs, and then he'd be even more dangerous. Some creepy spider Mordred. Alright, let's drop these down. Is this actually a puzzle, or is he just gonna do it?
I'll put the bones down first, so it's easier to sort them. Right, so let's see how good my anatomical knowledge is.
It is gonna be a puzzle, okay. So I'm guessing that head needs to stay there. Oh, they can rotate too. I'm thinking... God, it's hard to tell. I think that's correct. It's really weird looking. Oh, what a shame. I can't die as we did the ritual wrong. Ew, this is your hip, right? So they do kind of connect. Oh, is this like a shoulder? Oh, it lit up for a second. There we go. I might be mixing up the left and right. I want to see how close I can get without any photos and see how bad it is. I can't seem to connect to the shoulder blade. So I might have the shoulder blade backwards. Okay, I think it goes kind of like that. Wow, there's a lot of places you can connect these things. This guy's looking terrible. Spooky, scary skeletons. Let's see, you last played this game almost a decade ago. I don't remember the puzzle at all, but I'm sure I sucked at it. See, the puzzles I remember most are the ones you accidentally skipped. I know, I felt so bad when I did that. And being trapped in the morgue one. And by most, I mean pretty much the only ones I remember. Well, yeah, a decade ago, I would have forgotten everything. So that connects there. Oh, this looks terrible. Sorry, Mordred. Oh yeah, I guess you need this too. I probably should have started with the spinal cord, maybe? What is it even connecting to? There we go. Okay, let's take the picture. This looks so wrong. All right, so the rib cage, let me move everything off to the side a little bit. That could go further up, but I'm thinking it goes there. Right about there. It kind of looked like it went there. It's a little further off. There? Maybe kind of like that. And how about the rib cage? Rib cage is further down. Those pelvic bones ain't right. Oh, they need to... This part goes down. And looks like they're kind of pointed into each other. So I actually have them in the wrong order. I think it's kind of like that. These guys go down there, and these guys go up here. It's kind of hard to tell which way is which. This would be so bad without a photo. Oh my goodness. I might have those completely wrong. I think maybe you're supposed to line them up based on the stains. The developers did it without the photo, and then in testing, everyone's brain melted. That's probably true, Con. Yeah, you learn a lot when you're testing a game as far as, like, what do we make too hard? What do we make too easy? I'm assuming they connect based on the direction that they are pointed out. Would he tell me if it was correct or not? I mean, these could be backwards. Oh, that's not right. Where is it? Connect. No, see the leg, they're kind of jutting out from the side. I don't think femurs are placed symmetrically. They're kind of doing this, aren't they? No, they're jetting in. Hold on. Like if you look at his, is this your femur? This bone is like jetting in, and they're connected to like the outside. So his are kind of like doing that. That one's just not connected at all. Mordred has a pig leg. So can you imagine that? Them hovering over the shoulder, watching you play, seeing this puzzle, and you turn to them like, really? Why? This is terrible. I think the arms might be correct. The arms look pretty good to me. I think I have the legs all screwed up. That seems to match up better to me. Oh, this is why Homunculus always comes out like a freak. It's like, what did you do to me? I have to assume those are good, right? That looks like the correct angle. I could have the ribcage screwed up. What does that look like if I do it backwards? Ain't even connected. Sometimes it's hard to find the exact spot. Is that correct? No, the bones are jetting down. His bones are definitely doing this. I'm pretty sure that's correct. This bottom bone, yeah, I don't... maybe I have them mixed up. Maybe it's this way. I think I tried that before, though, and it just doesn't seem to connect that way. Oh. Perfect! We got it. Look at that. Hmm? I'm guessing he'll tell me when he's happy. Yeah, see, look at the angle of that. You can see both bones clearly the way this one is, at least assuming I'm looking at it from about the same angle. That's not right. It's got to be like that, but not like that. Do you guys think these are correct? Maybe I have those mixed up. Oh, wait a second. Look, I have these mixed up. So that one has a bone that jets out right there. That goes there. So this one needs to be like that. And then these need to be swapped. Oh, I thought we had it. That looks correct. This one does not. No. That looks better. These could be wrong. Let's check these bones. Yeah, from the picture. No, that looks right to me. The way this bone is shaped right here. The spine. There wasn't a whole lot I could do with the spine. I could move it up and down a little bit, but I guess we could count the vertebrae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just to see if anything needs to be under the skull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that looks correct. His lower arm on the bottom. Oh, wait, does that look more accurate? Let's compare this photo. So that bone on the top right there kind of jettisons in a little bit. See, that one, it goes over. It doesn't go over in the picture. So no, I think you're right. I think that's correct. Oh, what if something is just not connected by a pixel? Like, I dropped it just slightly off. Ultimate pixel hunt. Like, it's hard to know what's really connected because this puzzle has a lot of free-flowing movement with the pieces. Okay, so that bone definitely belongs there. How about this one? Yeah, see, and that's the opposite side of that bone. This one is definitely correct. I'm not sure about the placement of the shoulder blades. That looks correct to me. We cannot move the skull, so that's kind of our base. The skull is our base. Try the upper lower arm this time. Upper lower arm? Like this part? Or this one right here? Is that what you mean? I think what I'm gonna do, I think it's correct. Let's take everything off and reconnect it so I know everything is actually connected. One piece at a time. This connects here. Do the shoulder blades next. Make sure we get like a solid connection with everything. This can go different places. I think this goes here. We did have that one weird bug, and therapy said you just gotta skip it. That's right. Try this. Like the picture. It doesn't look right. Look how far out that shoulder blade is. This one looks like it's underneath it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right there. Okay, the ribs go right below the shoulder blades. Not there. Oh, that could be correct. Okay, let's say that's okay with that. That looks right. That looks right. Looks good. It looks good. Okay, I think the top half is correct. Now let's try the hips. Make sure we're matching that. Okay. Attach this right here. This right here. Nothing. Man. The only one I don't like how it looks is this bone right here. But I've tried multiple combinations of these bones. And for this to match that one, it has to be that way. Because, like, look at this bone. See how it has that little thing right there? This side does not. If you look at the picture, it's totally there, right? So you would think this bone needs to match that orientation. It can't be flipped that way. That would be backwards, right? It has to match that one. But this is the only one that doesn't quite look right. I think it's the arms. Let me try swapping these two. I'm 99% sure we have the top part of the arms correct because of that bone right there. That little bump. That's correct there. We can't flip that around because that doesn't match. The lower left arm is upside down. I just kind of flipped them all around recently. That one. Oh wait, that'd be right arm. You meant this one. I think we've tried almost every combination of these arms. We tried swapping them.
Yep, that looks right.
I meant to do that, guys. It was piece of cake. I was just leading you guys on. Just wanted to see if you guys could figure it out, but I had to solve it for you. I'm just kidding. It all looked the same to me. Those lower arms were just kind of like almost identical. I just brute forced the hell out of it. Whew. Guess what, guys? I'm never going to do that again. We're going to save it. We're going to save the shit out of this. Okay. Now we wait, right? Did he? First try. When I edit the VOD, it'll be first try. So.
That ought to fit like that.
He doesn't have anything else to do, right? I know, that puzzle skip button was looking pretty tempting. Oh, I see how it is. Valentina, you can...
still need the book about poisons from the library.
That's right.
After that, I'll go back to Adrian. Hopefully he was able to put Mordred's skeleton back
I
together.
forgot all about the library.
I've got the sword. Have you done it?
Did you get the book?
Mordred's skeleton's lying ready on the altar.
Good. Are the bones lying like they were before?
Head at the top, legs at the bottom. I reckon so.
You should have mixed them up.
Have we got everything we need?
Looks like it. The poison's ready as well.
Is it gonna hurt?
He hesitated.
Probably not. It paralyzes the heart muscle, but don't worry. I've got a syringe full of adrenaline here to bring you back to the land of the living.
Sounds like one of Phil's torture experiments, with me taking the Ralph role.
I think it
It'll be okay, Darren. Put your trust in God.
depends on what kind
Now,
of poison, right?
I'm going to get the poison, and then we can get started.
Here's the poison. It's just a baseball bat. Crack. Oh, so did she get the book? I never actually went and got the book. She did not get the book. Apparently she read about it. Okay. Yeah, definitely better her to make the poison than I hate biology Adrian. Which is funny because Adrian is like all about physics, you know? He just hates biology. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine, funny thing, if we had to do finger and toe bones and they all looked identical? Like each individual bone you had to do? That puzzle skip button, I'd be hitting that real quick. Yeah. No! Oh, individual
Poison.
ribs.
It slows down the circulation and then the heart stops. Pain-free. I've had to do this all rather quickly, unfortunately. But the books in the library say it ought to work.
You just whip that together real fast?
A vial of poison. It drastically slows the heartbeat so that you die within a matter of a few minutes. If I give it to Adrian, there'll only be a few more minutes to revive him.
Oh, the book said it should work, you know? What could go wrong? Everything could go wrong. I wouldn't even trust just killing him and bringing him back, not including all the other stuff that's going on. He's just napping. He's ready to go.
Adrian's ready. I have to give him the poison.
Gosh, this is it, I think, guys.
This altar has...
All right. Drink up, Adrian. Go wrong. He
Good.
is hanging out with
You
skeleton.
have to drink this.
Wait, if I don't manage to finish off Mordred, what happens then?
You have to win. It's your only chance. If you don't manage it, he'll kill you and his soul will take over your body.
Then he kills all
How
of
are you
us.
gonna know if I've done it? What I mean is, when will you resuscitate me?
I'm going to have to give you the adrenaline within 5 minutes at the latest, or else you'll die. Adrian, you have to do it.
5 minutes.
All right. Valentina?
Yes.
See you later.
Yes. See you later, Adrian.
I don't like how she said that. Chilling next to the bones. kind of reminded me of Tomb Raider in that scene. Or Lara Croft.
Something's not right. Oh god, that's Mordred's soul. And that isn't Adrian's soul shade.
Uh-oh. We're not dead yet. You have to wait for our heart to stop, right? Well, that's Mordred transferring. He's going to come back as an animated skeleton. I did not expect actual sword fighting.
I think he's done it. I need to get him back quickly, or else he'll be gone forever.
I didn't see him kill him. Kind of scared we're bringing back Mordred completely.
Oh no, it's not working. Adrian! Adrian, come back! Thank God, you're alive.
The
What
screen
happened?
went white for a second.
I feel sort of different.
You've beaten Mordred, and the curse along with him. You've done it.
Or has he?
Really? The curse is finally broken?
Yes, the last of the Gordons has done it. Let's get out of this place and never come back.
No, first let's blow up the mirror. The CG in this does not make you think it was made in 2011. More like 2001. But it's so charming. Music's not stopping. Whoa! See those eyes of that big skeleton back there? We did it, guys! Holy cow! That was actually a really tough ending. Imagine, it's so funny. User was like, it's like another 50 minutes. Not in John time. In John time, it's more like 4 hours. Jeez, I barely did it. I know, Blaze. I was starting to panic at 3 o'clock when I needed a break and we still weren't quite near the end. Well, sorry, I was going to say, didn't you say like, it's more than 10 minutes, but less than an hour? It's more like 4 hours for me. Speed run time. What did you do? We finally beat the game, Spider. Oh my gosh. That was probably the toughest of the three, I think. I think it was also the toughest, but it was also my favorite. I think I enjoyed the third one more than the first two. The first one was the cheesiest, probably because it was older, and probably the most charming, but from an actual gameplay and setting, I think I liked this one the most. What did you guys think of Black Mirror? I mean, we've been playing these games on and off for a while, but just overall, or even if you've only seen this one, what did you guys think? Or did you? Well, there is another Black Mirror game, but it's kind of a remake, I guess, and not from the same creators. Maybe we'll play it sometime, like as a joke. Because I've heard it's not very good. But it'd be cool just to see the characters we're familiar with in a brand new thing. Oh, you been here, Spider? The anatomy lesson was pinnacle. That was more like, it was like trying to put a puzzle together where the pieces, they look like they fit, but it's not a very good fit, but you're not sure if they just made a manufacturing mistake or if they're not supposed to go together. Have you ever had that? Where it's like, oh, these have to be in there. Yeah, Spider did raid earlier, yeah. Oh, you were not remembering the puzzle with the shades that took 2 hours. That's true, username. Oh, that was tough. But, I mean, I did get a hint about the number of doors and the number of on the map. That's what really made it click for me. Once I got that, I was able to do the rest. But it's very tough. Oh, absolute Texan. There's Georgie saying thank you. Thank you so much, Texan. I really appreciate it, dude. Bam. It is token time. And Mordred's Bones was a tough final boss, I'll give you that. Just the bones. I'm kind of glad we didn't have some, like, cheesy sword fight or something that we had to do. Oh, and username, you guys. Thank you guys so much. The celebration. Whoa, I almost hit myself with the microphone. The celebration when we beat a game. It always feels so good. It's bittersweet. I mean, I personally love to beat a game and move on to the next one, but at the same time, I miss them. You know, I've been having fun with this game. I know what I'm getting into. It's not fun trying to do all the technical stuff with my screen and the resolution, but other than that, it's like, I know this game works, I know what we're doing, it's comfortable. So I always get nervous when we start another game. What game's next? So my plan was, Spider, to beat this game 3 hours ago and start the next game today. It did not happen, and actually it's time to wrap things up, so it doesn't matter either way. But I'm going to keep it a secret, I'm going to hold that in my pocket, and I will surprise you guys with a new game on Tuesday, which I'm very excited for. Oh.
And how are you getting on?
Epilogue.
Pretty well, I think. I'm done with the main points. Now I just have to get everything across into the Book of the Guardians. Do you want to have a look for yourself?
If I may.
Here, I'm not sure about this last point.
So this is the last entries in his notebook. The curse. To perform the ritual, to release Mordred's soul shade, 5 souls were needed, and all of them could be caught with the help of soul keys. These then had to be taken into the shade world. Blood had to be spilled, and then the soul shade could pass over into a Gordon. Following that, the Gordon then had to die before the mirror and later revived. Mordred had definitely reckoned on soon becoming free again. But the pure guardian souls of the Gordons have a particularly strong resistance.
That's already a good beginning. When are you going to put it into the Book of the Guardians?
Not before I eat. Anyway, now I know what all those black balls were about.
I can't wait.
Mordred writes in his book that he had carried out a soul transfer ritual, but instead of all the bones, he had only used the skull and 1 black ball. The shade didn't go back into the mirror anymore after that, but always stayed close by the ball.
Ah, then you can trap souls with these balls as well. To all intents and purposes, they can be thought of as the body, right?
It gets better. Here, with the help of the soul trapped in the ball, one can, to a certain extent, control the shade. He writes that he put a ball in his brother's bedchamber, under the bed, in the hope that the shade would rob his soul in the night. But that didn't work. He suggests that Marcus's soul was too pure for the shade. What do you think? Do you think there are still shades going around today, doing all their evil stuff?
I don't know. But if there are, then it's your job to stop them.
They're setting up another one. They're totally setting up a sequel. That never happened. All right. That is a convoluted curse. Why are you writing in third person? Because I sound cooler. Holy cow, that was cool. I mean, they totally just open it up for another one. It's like, hey, you can be like a Ghostbuster now, pretty much. But, I mean, obviously, I don't know. I don't think the company that created this game is around anymore. I think they're gone. So that's what happened with that. Oh, did you not see the eyes in the ending? Black Mirror 4 bait. Wait, oh, you mean the eyes on that big skull, like underground? I did see that. Yeah. Sad times. Oh, so can I give you a hint about what genre the game is from? Or what type of game it is? The only thing I'll say, and this doesn't give you any hint at all, really, it's more mainstream than Black Mirror, which is like every game. And yet the new Black Mirror is entirely different and sucked. Oh, that's so sad to hear, username. So they just have the names of some of the characters and the setting, but that's pretty much not it. It's not even a genre. No, that's just a hint. That's just a hint. It doesn't help you at all. Now, I want to keep it a surprise. It's fun to surprise you guys.